Live. Welcome, everybody, to the 78th edition of Playtest This. Welcoming back upcoming first time designer Brian Picarillo with Fame and Fortune. We are seeing it for the fourth time?
Third time.
Third time? And it's changed every time, and we are very excited to see where it's at now. I hear that it is now a co op.
That's right. Yes. Part of the co-op or one versus many.
Okay, cool. Oh, yeah, that makes sense. So I'm excited to check it out. But first, let's hear from our star-studded panel. Sasha, who are you, and what are you doing here?
I'm a whole panel.
I mean,
My
Eric
name is
didn't show up.
Sasha Gelton. I'm a game designer out of Portland, Oregon, not Portland, Maine. And I teach board game design to elementary and middle school kids. I have my first signed game coming out supposedly at Essen Spiel this year. Excited for that.
I saw the box art.
Yep, and lots of other designs I'm really excited to share and get signed, but nothing else signed yet.
And what is the name of your first game that's coming out at Essen Spiel?
Yeah, Card Sharks, a game I designed in January of this year. So very quick sort of turnaround.
That's great.
It's fun. It was a fun game jam that then was good enough to get other people excited about it. So, yeah.
Oh my gosh, we have 2 people in the chat. Big doings. I am Evan Halbert. You can go purchase multiple copies of After the Empire and then play them together in one big game. If you figure out how to make that work, let me know, because it wasn't designed to do that. But that would be cool if you could tell me how to play multiple copies together at the same time. Actually, it really wouldn't be that tough, except for the whole worker placement part. Anyway, but not my game. This game is featured today. Brian, who the heck are you, and what are you doing here? And then we'll get into the teach.
Hi, I'm Brian Picarillo. I run Emberleaf Games, a design studio out of Portland, Maine. And I've been working on Fame and Fortune here for, God, feels like forever. About a year and a half. It's coming to Kickstarter soon. Trying to make sure all the weeds are out of the way. And I'm excited about it. I did manage to sell a board game to another company about a month ago, a Viking game. So that was kind of fun. Fame and Fortune is going to be designed and fabricated by us, though. So excited that this one's our baby and it's going to stay that way. And hoping you guys enjoy it. We're going to be playing with a couple expansions today, and so that'll be kind of fun.
All right, cool, dude. Well, why don't you give us the teach?
Sweet. So Evan, where's your screen looking?
I could actually probably zoom in a little bit. Whoa, go computer. I've got basically everything in the view right now.
Okay, cool. So Fame and Fortune is a 1 to 7 player co-op or one versus many fantasy tactical skirmish game in which up to 6 players take on the role of elemental spirit guardians who have been tasked with making sure that the monster master they locked away years ago does not break free of the spirit world. And to do that, they've recruited a diverse group of adventurers and leaders to fight the Monster Master's Legion of Monsters on the physical world while they combat him on the spiritual world. In Fame and Fortune, the adventurer's goal is just to kill the Dragon King. It's their one goal. And the Monster Master's goal is to corrupt the Veil, which they do by killing at least 6 other people. So it's a race to see if you guys can kill the Dragon King before the Legion of Monsters takes it down at least 6 other characters.
Cool.
In this game, you are represented by these tokens here. So Evan, you'll be the water spirit, and Sasha, you'll be the earth spirit. I'm just gonna put those onto your playmat for now. and delete the other ones, but there are darkness, fire, air, and light that I'll be deleting.
Oh, those are cute.
I'm going to be playing as the Monster Master for this game, but it could be an AI if everyone wants to be on the same team against it, or if you want to run a solo mode.
Cool.
So in this game, we're going to be taking turns going clockwise around the board. You guys didn't have to be green or blue. In fact, if you wanted to change your color after I describe the rules for a tactical advantage, you can. If you want to be like across the board from each other, or if you want to be next to each other for support. But basically what you're going to do is you're going to fill up your party with 1 leader and 2 adventurers. There are different types of leaders in the game. I'm just going to drag one onto Sasha's mat here, for example. This is Captain Broadsides. And I'm just going to try to give you some characters just so I can explain how you would take a turn. I'm going to give you the captain leader, a cleric, and a huntress, just so I can demonstrate the rules. On your turn, you're going to take 3 actions, and those actions do not have to be the same thing. You just can't repeat the same action on the same character more than once in a turn. That's the only restriction. The 3 things that you can do as actions on your turn are you can move a character. Let's take this huntress, for example. The huntress token I just brought up onto the board on Sasha's playmat starting area here.
Evan.
Oh, are you green? Oh, Evan's
I'm
green.
green, yeah.
Oh, there we go. Okay, we'll use Evan's. Evan, I put the huntress down, and the huntress's speed is 2. It's the 4th icon over from the left, the one that looks like a little boot. So to move a character, you just take them and you move them 2 spaces. You can move them up to 2. You can move them in any direction. If your speed was a 3, you can move them up to 3 spaces. And as you're moving your character over around the board, you will eventually pick up fortune pieces, which are these coins that are double-sided. Whenever you place your character on top of an item, you'll pick it up and you'll put it into your pockets.
Perfect.
Your character has as many pockets as their carrying capacity, which is the 5th symbol on the right of their card. So the huntress can hold 1 item.
Cool.
So that's movement. The next thing you can do is use an ability. Every character's ability in this game is unique, which makes it really hard to play the same game more than once. The huntress's ability is call your shot. She gives somebody within her range advantage until the end of its next turn. And to activate an ability, a character simply just says, I want to use their ability, and then you read what the card says. Last thing you can do is combat, which is how we'll be taking down the Dragon King. To engage in combat, first you have to get your character within range of whoever you want to attack. So in this case, I'm going to go after the Dragon King. Your huntress has a range of 3. That's her 2nd icon in from the left with the hexagons. So let's say she's 3 spaces away from the Dragon King. You'll then look at the character's strength, sorry. You'll look at their strength score, which is the 1st icon on the left with the sword. And whatever that number is, you're going to roll that many bones against your monster or whatever your enemy is. So your huntress has a strength of 1, so she's going to roll 1 bone. If she had a strength of 2 or 3, you would just simply add on additional bones. So you're rolling the total number of bones that equal to their strength score. You're always going to roll at least 1 dark bone, plus as many white bones as you need to fill up to that total. And the difference being that the dark bone has a 1 and a 2 on it, and all of the light bones have a 1 and a 0.
Gotcha.
So math-wise, you're always going to get at least a 1. You could get +1 to whatever your strength score is if you crit on all the dice. So after you did damage to an enemy, we would subtract that from its health. So let's say you rolled a 2, we would subtract 2 health from the dragon, and when any character goes to 0, they would be defeated. That's kind of how combat works. Next, we're going to go over the rewards in this game. There are a few that are on the board within these different rooms. Starting with the room in the bottom left, which is the treasure room, we can go over fortune, what it is and how it's helpful. As you're picking it up throughout the game, you'll be collecting it into your pockets. And then throughout the game, whenever it's your turn, you can flip over the fortune pieces to spend them. And you can spend them to do a couple of things that help you progress in the game. The first thing that you can do is spend 1 fortune to shift a character 1 space. And this is a way to get extra movement without having to spend an action for it.
Mm-hmm.
The next thing you can do is you can recruit another character to your party if you don't have one. So let's say your cleric is defeated at some point in the game, you can buy another one. That's called recruiting. You can refresh the characters in the tavern. As you can see, there's none right now, but if you refresh for 1 gold, you can lay out a whole new pile of adventurers to pick from. You can also buy potions. All the potions in this game, they all cost the value in the top left of their card. And you would just take a potion and put it into your backpack. And I can explain what the potions do in a minute. You can also refresh the forge, and it's the same deal. You'll put out item cards, and then you could buy one of them for whatever its cost is in fortune. So it's good for tactical positioning and also buying stuff for your team. The fun part about fortune is, although your team is made up of a pirate, paladin, and huntress, a lot of these characters spend their time hanging around the tavern, drinking, meeting new people. And so on your turn, as one of your actions, you can spend a coin to basically teach one of your characters the ability of somebody that's in the tavern. So Sasha or Evan, if you had a huntress and you really wanted her to use the shield bash of the soldier, you could have the soldier teach that character to use its ability, and then you discard the soldier. So everyone has access to a shared pool of characters in the tavern, in addition to what they have on their team as far as abilities go.
How do you track the learned ability?
So it's only for 1 turn. So
Oh.
you would just spend to use it right there and then it would be gone.
I see.
So that's fortune. Going clockwise, we go up to the library. The library is where the status condition books in the game are held. All of the status conditions in this game last until the end of the character's next turn. So they go on and they're usually there for just about a turn or so. But also in the library, you have spells, which look like this. The spells are one-time use things that you can just use whenever you want within the game. You just do it whenever you want. All of them are helpful to your team, or they're hurtful to the other team. Just depends on which one you want to use. So this one, for example, makes people famous. So there's a bunch of different ones in the bag, and you can, on your turn, you can buy these spells and use them at any time. The next room is the Hall of Fame, and in there you will find fame chips. Fame is useful for making your characters famous, and it's also used for re-rolling dice, dice manipulation. So the first thing that you can do with fortune is you can spend 2 fame to make one of your characters famous. And what that will do is give you access to the second ability on their card, which is on the bottom. Before we were talking about abilities, and I was talking about call your shot. That's the top one. The ability on the bottom of every character's card is the one that they get access to when they become famous. And all of the ones on the bottom are passive ability. So once they've unlocked it, it's just active at all times. So that's a way to make your characters specifically better. Your leader's famous ability is good for your entire team, and every other character's ability when they're famous is basically just good for themselves. So your leader is a team buff, and your regular characters are just buffing themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Once a character is famous, you can spend fame for them to either re-roll the dice that they use to attack, or you can use it to re-roll dice that are used to attack against them. So it is good both offensively and defensively once that character is famous to defend them or to deal extra damage on attacks.
Only rerolls for famous people?
Yes, yep. And then the last room here is the crypt, where these bones are. The crypt is basically just where you can go to make your characters more powerful. And I mentioned these spots on the board, these 4 rooms, because every round we will be taking our little tokens and we'll be placing them into one of those 4 rooms. So at the start of every round, we would all choose a room, move our token to that room, and then take one of those appropriate resources to our team. If you go into the treasure room, you take a fortune. If you go into the library, you take a spell. Hall of Fame, you take a fame. And if you go into the crypt, you take a bone, and you get to roll +1 on all your attacks for the next round. So on your turn, you will take 3 actions, and then you will pass to the next person. The way that the game works is the first person will be, let's say it's blue in this case. After the blue player goes, we will look at the Monster Master's playmat, and there you can see that there are colors of different slots in this playmat. Eventually, over time, we're going to be filling up these slots with more and more monsters. And after each player has gone, let's say blue goes, we will look on the playmat and see if there's a monster in the blue slot. And if there is, that monster will activate. When a monster activates, it gets to move its full speed, use its ability, and attack. Then we move on to the next color in clockwise order. So it would be green, then the green monster, yellow, yellow monster, etc., until we get all the way around the board. And the end of the round is taken by the Dragon King character, controlled by the Monster Master, and that ends the round. Few things that I have not mentioned are that fortune, although you flip it to spend it, refreshes every round. So you're always incentivized to use your fortune to buy resources if you can on your turn, because it's going to refresh every round anyway. Fame, when you spend it, gets put back into the Hall of Fame, so that's more of a one-time use resource. You can also use your resources to help each other when you're in this game. Let's say that it was blue's turn and green had an extra fortune. If blue really wanted to buy an extra potion, but they couldn't afford it, green could spend theirs to help them buy it. Similarly, the green player, if they had 2 extra fame, could use it to make the characters of the blue player famous if it was the blue player's turn. And you'll see pretty quickly on that you'll need to work together both on the battlefield and with your resources collectively in order to take down the enemy. So the resource sharing was a really important part of the game. I think that I've covered most of the basic rules of how to take a turn. Like I said, your end goal is to kill the Dragon King. And although it seems pretty easy to kill one character, it is made difficult by the fact that he has protective wards against him. On the left here, you'll see there are 3 wards that protect the Dragon King from harm. The first one at the top is a shield ward that protects him from 1 damage from any source. So the second one is another shield and protection from any magic. So you can't target the Dragon King with any magic until you get rid of that ward. And then the third one is every round, the monsters will regenerate health equal to how many monsters are on the field. And you'll turn them off by slowly over time killing the smaller monsters that will be populating the board. So whenever we take out, let's say, this werewolf character, we would take its body and we would place it on a ward to turn it off. And then over time, if we turn off enough of those wards, then we can take down the dragon. You don't have to take down any of the wards to win the game, but usually you have to take down at least 1, if not 2, depending on how well you're doing. While you're trying to take down the dragon, the monsters are trying to kill 6 characters. And once that happens, they win the game. I'm just going to delete a couple things and reset some things so that we can get better oriented. The things I haven't explained as far as like the so that's kind of how the base game works. And then there are 2 expansions. One of them is one that I'm really testing today, and the other one has been tested for a long time. The potion expansion is let's see, the playmat for it is underneath the tavern in the apothecary. And like I said, the potions are things that you can buy with the fortune on your turn. Every potion is just treated like an instant card. You can use it at any time on any character. There's no real restrictions. The only restriction is that as you draw them, you're going to be putting them into your backpack. And in the heat of battle, you can really only access the thing that's on the top of your backpack. So as over time, you'll be buying things, but it's important to note that you can only really use what's on the top. The next expansion is Forge and Foundry. It's more of an item expansion. In this game, you can buy items and equip them to the characters that you have. The way that that works is there are these tiles, which are up here, and they have a chest on one side, and they have a number on the bottom. At the beginning of the game, I'm going to be taking 4 tiles. One is a trap. One is a trap. One is a 1. One has a 2. And one has a 3. And depending on which token you step on, you will either step on a trap and take 3 damage, or you will step on a number. Whatever number you step on, that is the thing that you get to take from the forge without paying for it. So if you step on a 2, you can take anything that costs 2 or less. If you step on a 3, you can take something that costs 3 or less. You can also buy the items raw right from the forge on your turn. And whenever you do that, if you buy something that costs 1, you'll take one of the little 1 tiles and you'll put it inside that character's pockets when you equip it to a character. The paladin, for example, I said she can hold 2 items. So in this case, she could hold an item with a value of 1 and she could hold a coin, or she could hold 2 items or 2 coins. But that's the balancing mechanism, is you can't just have a million things attached to you at once. Like I said, you'll be picking up fortune on the board. You can also be flipping over these tiles and then taking the things from the forge. Let's say that the huntress steps on a 2 and they want to get an item from the forge that costs 2. They would just take the 2 that they stepped on. They would be putting it in their inventory slot in their pocket and then taking the item, and you basically just slot the item behind the character. Do you have any questions so far?
I don't think so.
So this, after you get the item, this still stays in your inventory?
Yeah, so the 2 is just representative that you have something in your pocket, that this is what's in your pocket.
How do you mark that if you are buying it?
So if you bought something that costs 2, you would take a tile that has a 2 on it.
Oh, got it. Okay.
When you're fighting something, let's say that the huntress is attacking the dragon king. Whenever you deal damage to an enemy, 2 things are going to happen. A, you're going to get a fame. You get a fame whenever you target an enemy with an attack or an ability. So if you want to be combat heavy, or if you want to be ability heavy, you collect 1 fame every time you target an enemy. And then if that character had any coins in their pockets, they would drop one of their coins 1 space away from where they are. So if you attack the dragon in this location, you could drop a coin 1 space anywhere around the dragon. Ideally, you'd want to probably put it closer to yourself so you could pick it right up. Items, when they're in someone's hands, they're not dropped in the same way. In order to get an item out of somebody's hand, you have to either steal it from them or you have to disarm them. And if you do one of those things, if you steal it, you take it directly into your inventory. If you disarm them, then they also drop it 1 space away from them, similar to how the coins are dropped when you attack them. I'm going to reset some of the monsters here and then shuffle up some of the cards, but I think that's the majority of the rules. I'm going to help you because you're first time playing the game, but once I figure out that you're beating me, I might stop doing that and I might start taking you guys more seriously.
Start giving us bad advice and bad.
Yeah, and then it's up to you to figure out if it's solicited advice. Let me just put these guys back in here. The game starts off with a draft of characters. So that's the first thing that you guys are going to do. You're going to be taking one character each in turn order, starting with blue. You can start with picking a leader. There are 6 leaders in the base game of Fame and Fortune, which I will be putting on the left. They're all representative of a class that already exists in the game. Like there are there's a cleric, monk, pirate, wizard, soldier, or rogue. And then there are 2 additional leaders, one that comes with each expansion. The Velka Grimmert is the witch that comes with the potion expansion, and Axel is the forging character that comes with the forge. It does not matter if you create a team of all pirates or you have a well-diversified team. You should be able to do the same amount of good work. But that said, it probably is better for you if you have at least one healer amongst your team to start with in some capacity.
Mm-hmm.
So you guys can just talk amongst yourselves about which characters you want to recruit to your team. If you have a general idea of what fantasy characters do, those characters do those things. The potions are involved with the witch. The items are involved with Axel. The monks move really fast. So everything's similar to how you would expect it to be to try to reduce some overhead.
I think last time I played as pirate, I might go with monk this time.
I'm going to take Axel Starforger.
So you just throw that in your leader slot. And then we'll put the other ones away for now. And then I had some help with the buttons in this game. If you're ever recruiting a character, you just push the recruit button and it'll take their token and drop them right onto the board. Axel, I'll do Axel for you because I don't think I've loaded that one up yet. There you go. And now you guys are going to choose 2 more characters to join your team from those available in the tavern.
Do we like pick one that refreshes and then?
Yes, exactly.
I mean, I guess one of us should take a paladin so that we get more options. I guess I'll take a paladin.
See. Where's the paladin?
Or do you want to take the paladin?
Let me look.
And I'll give you a little bit of variety here just because it's better.
I want either the soldier or the paladin. But you're picking first.
I'll get soldier then.
Okay. Oh, what did that
recruit?
It revealed another paladin.
I should move them first.
Yeah,
Okay,
you can end up putting them wherever you want in that area.
So where's this recruit button?
Underneath the card. You have to put the card onto your playmat first.
Oh, I see. Okay. Whoa. Unsuccessful.
I can give you the paladin.
There we go.
Um,
And then I click recruit. Is that right?
Yeah, I can do it for you. There you go.
There we go.
The wizard is good at getting rid of status conditions, which there will be quite a few of. The witch can get you free potions. And there are some pretty good potions.
Yeah, let's go with the witch. I seem to remember last time the potions being very strong. Can't remember though. Let me get another card. Barbarian.
Yeah. Yeah, Evan, you might need to update the title.
Huh? Oh yeah, I will. I will once we're done. I can't update it right now.
Here, I'll grab the witch for you.
Should I take a second paladin?
It wouldn't hurt you. You're with your build, I think it would be good to choose a character that has some
Healing.
strong, some healing and the ability to have a lot of items on them.
The wizard's looking pretty dope too, though.
Yeah, you're probably gonna need him.
Well, you just said I would need the paladin.
Yeah, you're gonna need them both.
You already have a paladin.
Barbarian looks good too. They all look good, man. I'll do a wizard.
You just go to the tavern and learn their abilities. Don't worry.
Yeah, definitely can. There are some abilities you might want to have on your team all the time, and some that are sporadically good from the tavern. I think this is a good setup. I will grab your wizard for you.
Oh, thank you.
And now that you guys have chosen your characters, I can tell you who's going to be in the dungeon. We're going to have a vampire, and we're going to have a haunted spirit, a vengeful spirit in the game.
Vampire Lord.
You can note that, remember what I told you, like the blue player will go and then the blue monster will activate, etc. The monster of your color is the one that's going to be attacking you.
Cool.
So the blue one will be going after Sasha, and the green one will be going, the spirit will be going after Evan.
Cool.
I can still use abilities on whoever I want, but I have to attack the color of the choice. And then the dragon can attack whoever I want. So the first thing you guys are going to do is take your spirits and place them onto the board into one of the 4 rooms. And wherever you put them, you're going to get a reward. And then I'm going to take my spirit and put it into any room that you have not chosen. So if there's one you don't want me to go into, you would both choose that room. Additionally, you get a bonus if you both go into the same room. You get what's called an advantage. This goes to one of your characters, and for the entirety of your turn, you can basically spend the book to re-roll any of the dice that you roll. So if you don't like, if you give it to a soldier, they swing poorly, they can swing again. That's an advantage you get for being in the same room, but you don't have to go into the same.
Should we go to the treasure room?
Let's get some treasure.
Cool. So you can just grab one of the coins out of the piles there and give it to any character that you want. I recommend giving it to somebody that you don't think is I'm going to attack, because the coins pop out of you when I attack you. But that said, if all I want is coins, I will attack the person that has the coins regardless.
So I just grab a fortune here?
Yeah, there, I'll just give you this one. You can give it to anybody on your team.
I mean,
and then I'm going to be putting some of these, where'd they go? I will, here you go. I don't blame you. I blame the fact that the TTS has like 1 million assets.
Yeah, it's got a lot.
So you guys are all set up. I'm going to choose to put my character in the Hall of Fame and take one of these fame chips.
Whoa.
And now I'm going to put down the items in the game as part of the Forge and Foundry expansion. Basically, I've taken a trap, a 1, a 2, and a 3, and I put them in a bag. And now I'm going to take them out and put them onto the board. I have to put them within 3 spaces of one of your characters. And I get to know which one's which, but you will not until you flip it over. So no peeking. There, I'll do this. Now, note that if you don't pick them up, I will. Or I can. My spirit doesn't have any hands, so he's not going to be able to hold anything in his pockets, but the vampire can hold 2 items. The dragon is already holding 3 coins, so it's hard for him to get a weapon up front. now that everyone's placed down everything they need to start the game, we're going to start with Sasha. Sasha, you get to have 3 actions, of which you can move, attack, or use an ability. You can't do the same thing in the same turn with the same character. And at any point in your turn, you can spend any of your resources, fame, fortune, spells, whatever, to buy resources.
Got it.
If you need any recommendations, I can help you out.
Use 3 of the following actions. So we each get 3 actions, and that's gonna be the end of the action phase.
Yeah, so you have 3 actions to split amongst your team, and then it will pass on to the next person.
Does let's start by brewing.
Okay. So if you don't like the things that are there, you get to refresh. And refresh in this case, in this game, you just replace by putting a card on top of the card that's already there.
Got it.
And then you can take up to 3, cost of 3.
So I can take 3 things.
If they all cost 1, you could take 3, yeah.
Which they currently do.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna take all these, but then the order that I'm taking them matters, right?
Yeah, you can use the one that's on the top
one
first. Yep.
Let's go with. Think about where I'm at and position and everything. So that has a range 3. Interesting. What is shift just move, or
shift is move 1 space with a coin?
Got it. Oh, got it. So the fortuitous breeze shift up to their movement speed. That just means move them the number of spaces that they can normally move.
Yes, and it just says shift to avoid you, like, you can't move twice in the same turn. It breaks that rule by shifting.
Got it. Let's get and range. And it says movement of 3. 1, 2, 1, 1, 2. And is there a limit to the number of potions that you can use?
Nope, you can use as many as you want whenever you want.
They don't take actions or anything.
But it's top down.
No, anytime you spend any type of like resource, it's not an action.
Take that. Don't take this. Don't take this.
So that would be 1 action to brew.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's what that action tracker. Okay, got it.
Yep.
Next action, I will be moving. Yeah, I'll just move to here and see what happens.
Okay.
So when
yeah,
I
so
land
you
it,
move.
is it revealed?
Yeah, so you would land on it and you'd flip it over. If it's a trap, you lose 3 life, and if it's an item, then you get to pick it up.
Okay, I lose 3 life.
So you go down to 3.
Sweet.
Then the trap goes away, and it is replaced with a new item from another random set of 4. So you know that the other 3 are all items.
Yep, I did that for now Evan can get items. Lucky
No,
me.
I will put this. I will put this all the way over here.
Okay. So that was my second action. My third action, I'm gonna use a fortuitous breeze. That like you don't want to. You don't even want to know what my breeze. Okay, I'm gonna push this vampire 4 steps away.
Yeah. Yep, that's great.
And get out of here.
And because you targeted an enemy with something, you get a fame.
Yep, I'm famous.
Ba-bam.
And then the fame token, I forget. So,
You
how does a
can make
character
two
become
of them make
famous?
somebody famous, and then you can
Two,
use
got it. So
use them to reroll dice
they
for
stack
famous
up
people.
on here, and you spin them.
Yes. Yep.
Got it. And how do you mark that they're famous?
I will push the make famous button, and what happens is on the board we will take their ring and we will flip it upside down, and it will look like this
Oh,
instead.
got it. Okay. I think that is. Those are my 3 actions, I believe. Is there anything else?
Great.
Okay.
So then the blue player would go. We'd check to see if there are any blue monsters. There are. The vampire would go next. I can move up to 4 spaces. So I'm gonna walk over and pick up these 2 coins as I
Whoa.
go. That's my move. Then I can use my ability, but before I do, I'm gonna shift. So I'm sitting next to you. My ability is to charm you. Charm is the status condition, which says that you attack with disadvantage and you can't use your abilities. Disadvantage in this game is you roll twice, and anything that you crit on the first time, you have to re-roll.
Mhm.
So if you roll every dice that has the maximum amount of pips on it that it can have, you have to re-roll it. I get 1 fame for targeting you, and then I can attack you. My attack is a 4. I don't think you're gonna
So,
live.
do you also have 3 actions, or how does this work?
Yeah, so every monster that activates just moves, attacks, and uses its ability,
Got it.
which in
Okay.
effect is 3 actions on a turn, all doing different things, but
Got it.
so I do. Okay, so somehow you're alive, and I deal 2 damage to you.
I'll take it.
So you have 1 health left. That coin that you have pops out of your pocket, and it drops 1 space away. So I'm going to put it underneath my vampire. My vampire cannot pick it up though because they only have a inventory space of 2. So they're just going to stand on top of it and guard it. And then we would go to Evan's turn.
Okay. So let's see. You are not doing too good over there. If I stand on a token, I immediately could use it that round.
Yes.
A fortune.
Yep.
Okay. I'm gonna go. This is probably a bad plan, but that's fine. Bad plans are good plans. I'm gonna flip this thing over. There we go. And move my paladin. I'm shifting the paladin to here.
Yep.
And then good old Axel Starforger is going to equip my paladin with the Gale Runners.
So at the moment, Axel can only equip things with a strength of 1.
This character is not that
Sorry,
character.
Himself.
Oh, that
And when
wording
he's
is
famous,
Pretty
when he's famous.
misleading.
Okay, yeah, it's 1. And when he's famous and gives himself, every item you give himself will make the ability to equip others easier.
I see.
If you want to unshift, that's okay.
He will give. Does immobilize just mean can't move?
It means their speed is 1 and they cannot shift.
Can move, just very slowly.
Yeah.
He will give him the well, like maybe he'll give himself the coercive cane. Oh,
Okay.
but it doesn't bump him up yet until he's famous.
Yes.
Interesting.
You could just give it to the paladin anyway. And you can, so something I didn't mention is if you're standing next to somebody, you can pass items back and forth. So as long as you're adjacent, you can give stuff between each other.
Oh, I see. It doesn't matter who's holding it.
Yeah.
Well, I'll just, and otherwise you'd have to buy the item.
Yes.
Well, tell you what. Let's give him that sweet scepter. The
All right, so
cane.
the paladin.
Yeah.
Okay. So we'll put a 1 in his pockets and we'll give him the cane. So now when he attacks, he also immobilizes people.
I lied. I'm going to give that to the wizard.
To who?
The wizard.
The wizard. Okay, yeah,
Yep.
that makes thematic sense. There you go.
And then the paladin, for my final move, is going to go stand on that chest.
Yeah, the only thing you've done is shift and equip. So you have 2 actions left.
Oh, well, I thought I used his fancy...
Yep, that was 1.
Oh, okay. Well, for my second action, I'm going to stand on this chest. So do I flip it over?
Yep. So the paladin gets an item that costs 2 or less.
He takes the speed boots. So now I still have 2 movement left. Is that right?
You have 1 action left.
So I activated my speed, giving me 2 speed.
You moved as an action, and then
Yeah.
when you picked this up, your speed became 4. But you've
When does
already moved.
When does the picking up happen?
Oh, you know what? That's true. As you're picking it up, you can pick things up as you move over them.
Oh,
So
that's what I thought you said. Okay.
So yeah, you can
put
you
on
can keep
shoes
moving
while
too.
you're running.
Yeah.
You like run
Yeah.
into the boots.
That's what I thought you said.
Yeah.
What does jump mean?
Jump means that you can jump over the enemies,
Okay.
or you can jump over traps if you don't want. Like if you don't want to pick up a chest, you can jump over it.
Yeah.
Come heal me.
So he's going to continue his movement. He's going to step on this fortune.
Okay.
Oh, thank you. And then he's going to take a step back.
This way.
Yeah. And then he will heal Master Fang.
So you go up to 3.
For better or worse. That's what I did.
Appreciate it.
And you have 1 coin if you want to spend it on
Oh, I
something.
do have a coin. I forgot about that extra coin. Can you shift the same guy multiple times?
Yep. And you can shift his characters also.
Oh.
If he lets you.
I'm gonna shift my wizard forward. Boink.
Okay. And then when you picked up the, where are you? When you picked up the boots when you walked over it,
Yeah.
I would put another item on the board. So I'm gonna do that now.
Say what?
When you picked up the boots,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna put another item on the board.
Oh, great.
So there's always 4 on the board at a time.
Got it. And is it always the same 4 things?
It'll always be a trap 1, a 2, or a 3,
Got it.
but you won't know. So I start with a trap 1, 2, 3 every time. I picked something out randomly. I look at it and then I put it on the board.
Got it. So there could be multiple traps.
There could be multiple traps. There could be
Got it.
multiple 3s. Just depends on what I draw out of the bag. So 3 actions.
Yep.
Then we'd go to the green monster. The vengeful spirit is known for haunting people, and then they kind of go crazy. And if they don't attack their friends, they lose health.
Mm-hmm.
So first thing is I'm gonna haunt this paladin, and haunting, you just put it on top. They are their own status condition.
Rude.
I get 1 fame for targeting you with the haunt. Then I'm going to attack your wizard with the spirit, and he attacks for 2 at range 3. So I'm gonna roll these 2 and deal 2 damage to the wizard.
Yikes.
And the wizard drops a coin, which I will put here,
Oh, rude.
and I get a fame for that.
Rude.
That's his turn. Then we'll go to see if there was another player. There isn't. So we'll go all the way around to the dragon. The dragon will take its turn. The dragon uses its ability to fly. A flying character cannot be attacked with a range of 1. Has to be higher than 1. He's going to move to here. And then he's going to attack the wizard for 3. And so the wizard has 2 health, so it would die unless there was something else that you guys had that could save him. Like if you had a potion, you could use it at instant speed here to heal him or something like that.
Okay.
But to my knowledge, you do not have that. So what happens is the wizard is defeated. His character's card will go to the tavern to rest. The item that he had will drop 1 space away from him. And then if he had gold, he would drop gold. And then I take his token and flip it upside down and put it onto one of the 6 doors. And when all 6 doors are covered, then I'll win. So that's kind of the tracking on your progress to loss, is how many of these are placed on the board. The coercive cane does not stay on the board. It goes to the trash in the forge. When you step on the 1, it is now just a 1. So you just pick up a new item that costs 1. And then that's the end of the round. So we'll refresh everybody's fortune. And then we will move our spirits to a new room in the dungeon. You have to change rooms. So you just can't stay where you are.
Fortune room. Bones. What do you think, Evan?
Oh, gosh, I don't know.
Or fame room.
Sure. Let's go get some fame,
They just let anyone into the Hall of Fame.
right?
Oh wait,
You
wait,
just
you're there?
only one of you can go there because
I-
I'm there.
Got it.
Oh.
Good old worker placement.
Should we go to the bone room?
Oh wait, when we went to the same spot, what was the what did we get?
Yeah, you were supposed to get an advantage book, which basically means you get to re-roll an attack.
Got
But
it.
I don't
But
think
we didn't
anybody
attack.
attacked anybody.
Got
So
it. Okay. Well, I'm going to the Hall of Fame.
give you a fame.
I will.
Does the charm turn off passive or no?
No, it does not. Just activate.
I'll go pick up a spell, which anybody, you can just cast it. Like, I don't need to.
Yep, you cast it at any time.
I'll go pick
So
up a.
we'll put this
Whoa.
there.
There we go.
This is the spell. I'm gonna put it on your playmat.
Thank you.
You can peek at it to see it, or you can flip it over. I'm not gonna look at it, but you can tell him what it is, or you can both look at it. But you don't have to tell me what it is.
Cool.
If you don't understand what it says, then you can tell me what it is, and I'll pretend that I don't know what it is.
Okay.
And then we would start back with Sasha's turn. I recommend you try to kill one thing together. That is the best strategy.
Mhm.
That's not going to be simple, but
Got it. Well, okay, so that has 9 health, that has 9 health. I'm gonna try something. I don't know if it will be good, but try something. So I'm gonna spend these 2 fame to make someone famous, right?
yep.
I'm gonna make the witch famous.
All right, so the witch is famous.
Super famous witch.
And now potions used on her are twice as effective.
Fancy.
Person used to target
Oh,
characters
to target
within
characters
this.
within range. Yes. So
And
your
so
team.
I will use my witch's ability. And I will get rid of I think I'm gonna cover range.
And this would apply if you applied potions to Evan's characters and they were within your range.
Oh,
too.
really?
Yeah, because
Do
if you're using them on the characters
Got it.
within your range, you're good.
I guess I'll take the health potion.
Okay, yeah. Note here that part of the spirit's like gimmick is that your life total is attached. So any damage you deal to him will be dealt to the paladin. Healing will do the same thing. Movement, they will move together.
And I assume you can only heal to your maximum health.
You can go above,
Oh, okay.
up to 12.
Well, I think I'm gonna use a health potion on my Master Fang.
And if you want to, you can, but you can also just wait until someone's gonna
that's
die
true.
and then use it.
Um,
Unless you want to put
let me look
get
at-
something
yeah.
underneath here.
It's possible that I want to do a bunch of junk, potion junk. So let me think about that. And then the charmed does what to attacks with disadvantage, and disadvantage is 1 less bone, or what is it?
You roll, and anything that you roll with a crit on, you re-roll.
Okay.
So if you roll a 1 on a white die, you have to roll it again. If you roll a 2 on
Got
a
it.
gold one, you roll it again.
Huh. Brutal. Oh.
For a long time, Charms just said you can't attack at all.
Mm-hmm.
So it is slightly better than nothing.
Yeah. And charmed will just stay until it gets like dispelled or something, or whatever.
So all the status conditions go away at the end of the character's next turn. So at the end of this turn, it'll be gone.
Oh, okay. Got it.
Or you can dispel it, and it will be gone now.
Got it. Well, let's go ahead and run over to here. And then I think I'm just gonna smack the vampire.
Yeah, and Evan, if you wanted to, if you wanted to buy the strength potion for him.
Oh, Yeah,
You could-
actually, could you buy the strength potion for me? Because it's double effective
I guess
when
so,
I do
sure.
it. Yeah. And I guess I'll take. Trying to remember what was under them. I'll take this one.
There's a dispel potion for you.
Thing. And then I have to use the strength potion before I roll any dice.
Yeah,
Got
it would be.
Okay. And so then I will use the strength potion on the soldier, which is double effective, right?
Yes. Yep, because of your witch. So
Um,
you're rolling 1, 2, 3,
5.
4, 5. Yep, 5. Box highlight and R is the best.
Yeah,
So
3 damage.
3. Yep. So he goes 6.
And I also get a
You
fame.
also get a fame for targeting an enemy, and you knock out one of the coins that's underneath me. You can take the one I'm standing on, and you can either give it to your soldier or Master Fang because they're one space away.
Hmm. I will give it to Master.
Give it to whoever you think I'm not going to attack.
Um, I'll give it to Master Fang. And so the buying things is just any time. It's not action, right?
It's
Anytime during your turn.
whoever's turn it is who you're buying it for.
Got it. So do I want to, like, I could buy.
You can also wait and
Okay.
just buy something on Evan's turn for him.
Well, the potions are double effective if I have them.
That's true. Yeah.
So like, I mean, I guess it has to be within 3 of my witch though.
Well, it's whatever your witch's range is.
Yeah, which is 3, right?
Yeah, if you use a range potion on her, we go to 5.
Got it. All right, use in response to declaration. So what does that mean? So the potion cannot be used in response to declaration of attack, but can I use it in response to you moving next to me or near me?
Are you talking about the movement potion?
The
Yeah.
haste potion. Yeah.
It's basically just saying like, if I say I'm going to attack you, you can't then say I'm going to run away.
But like if you move within range, is there like I have to just say it quickly, or
As long as you said it before I said it,
okay,
is the way it's currently worded.
got it. Yeah, I'll take the haste potion. And then I think I will use it right now.
Yeah.
And
So
double effective means double its movement speed.
yeah, so it would move whatever its movement speed is, and your leader's. If your leader was famous, they would be +2 to that doubled.
Yeah. Seems good. So I think I'm using it on my master. Master can move 6 spaces. 2, 3,
Yeah.
4, 5.
And she can hold 2 things. So if you want her to pick up a bunch of stuff, you could give the coin to the soldier before you take off.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I will give a coin to the soldier. 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What do we have over here? When attacking. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I guess, yeah, I'm just gonna run a bunch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then this slot should be filled in, right? I will buy a strength potion. And then
Yeah, I was worried you guys weren't doing well, and then you bought 5 things.
I will move, I guess, one more space this way, just for fun. I think that's my turn.
Okay.
Okay.
So can
Then the vampire. Oh, so go ahead.
Oh, vampire goes. Okay, go ahead.
I'm not gonna chase you. That seems like a waste of my time. So I'm gonna charm the soldier, and then I'm gonna attack the soldier. Or 3. And that's me. And you have a coin, so you're gonna drop it, and I'm gonna pick it up underneath me. Cool. All right, Evan.
Okay, so tell me, how do I know how much damage these bad guys have?
The number points to it on their dial.
Oh, okay.
So 6, 9, 12.
Is there significance to the red?
No, I have to remove it. That's
Got
a good note.
I mean, why does how do you know what they start at?
They all start at the same number when they come into the game, and that number is determined by how many players there are.
I see.
So that's why it's an X.
Okay.
It's 9 in this format.
Okay. So the vengeful spirit has 9 health.
Yes. And you have 3 underneath him.
I have 3. What?
You have 3 health. That's the paladin.
If you hit the spirit, you take damage.
Okay. What if
If you
the paladin hits the spirit?
Then you'll both take damage.
Interesting.
You can dispel him off of you with a dispel potion or a wizard, and then you can attack him freely.
Mm-hmm. That was kind of my plan, but then you killed my wizard. Let's see. What do we have over here?
That is why I killed the wizard.
I
So
figured.
yep.
So what else does Haunt do? Can you kind of tell me more
So
details?
we move together, and our changes in life total are we share them.
That's it?
That's it.
Okay.
Until I'm famous.
Okay. So when he's famous and my ally loses 3 life, he also loses 3 life. If he targets the guy he's standing on. Oh no, the character he's standing on attacks somebody nearby.
Yes, and if they don't, they take 3 health, and so does the spirit.
Okay. Got it. Cool. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Has the vampire been hit at all?
Yeah.
Yes, he has 6 left.
Okay. I'm gonna go. Let's see. I'm gonna go.
If you come within range of my witch, I can pump up your damage.
Oh, is your range 1?
My range is 3 with the witch.
Oh, I'm in range.
But yeah, the witch can only go if you're within 3 of my witch, I can double
Oh, the witch is down
my
there. I
strength
see.
potion.
I see. Okay. So this
If you like
guy
shift over there, I guess I can't
can
help you
only
shift.
hold 2 things.
And you don't have to buy another character, so
I'm going
don't worry about it.
to. I'm going to step on the 1
Okay, with the paladin,
with the paladin.
and there's a coin under there too. So,
Oh, sweet.
well, your paladin doesn't have any space to hold anything else.
And
They're already holding.
He'll drop the coin and just grab this sword.
Okay, so you want to let go of the coin that you already have.
Yep.
Yeah.
You want to use it first?
Yes, I do. Obviously, I'm going to take a sweet
I
something.
mean, you can just buy the sword.
Well, then I can step on the sword and pick it up for free. So I'm going to buy a potion.
Yeah, the middle one costs 1, the range potion. Or you can buy a new character for 1. When you buy a new character, they enter the game and then they move up to their speed immediately.
Oh, that's pretty good.
It's fancy.
Another paladin.
I just want another person to attack.
Right.
It's a little selfish.
I'm going to buy a potion. There we go. The dispel would get the guy off me, right?
It would, but it costs 2, so you'd have to pick up a coin first.
So you could move on to that space, right? And
Right?
drop
Doesn't that space have a coin?
the 2 boots.
Yes, but you have the boots already.
So can these boots be dropped?
You
And then
can
the
give
coins
them
be
to
picked up?
somebody else if you're
Okay.
next to them.
I can't like stand on that spot, spend the 2 coins, and then walk away and leave the coins.
Anytime you drop it, you can't drop coins, is the short answer.
You cannot drop coins.
No. You can give them to other people that you walk next to.
So I cannot pick up that sword
You can't pick up the sword or the coin
because I'm holding
with
a
the
coin.
with the paladin.
Okay.
Axel could pick up both of them.
Okay. So Axel is going to move, and his movement is 2, right?
Yeah.
So he's going to move on to the item and the coin.
And you can get the sword or
And
the
then
sword.
he's going to take the paladin's coin and give him the sword.
That's fine. Yep.
And then
This is over here, right?
Yes. Yep.
and then
Yeah, you can't drop coins because the coins, when they touch the dungeon floor, refresh. So you would just be able to spend it, drop it, pick it up, spend it, drop it, pick it up.
oh, come on.
Yeah, why can't I do it?
Why do they refresh when they hit the floor?
So that when you hit a monster and they drop them out, you can pick it up immediately and use it on the same turn that you knocked it out of their hands.
So I've taken an action.
Yes, you have 2 left.
We are going to cast the spell,
Oh, okay. Ah, okay.
which makes
Yep,
both my guys famous.
I will do that now. And so now your paladin attacks with one more when it's attacking a monster, and your leader makes your paladin 2 stronger because he's equipped with 2 things.
Yes.
Yep, and you have a blade, which is a +1.
Yes.
And if you get close enough, then I can pump you up even more.
Yeah, so I'm done helping you guys.
So, um, my range is still only 1 with the paladin. Is that right?
Yes.
Can the
Yeah.
can
I
the
have a range potion in my stack, if it mattered.
it might? Do you think you'll be able to use it?
I would love if you were close enough to my witch where all these effects would be doubled. Um, if not, I would have to use
Oh, your
2
witch's range
potions
is
that
3.
aren't. What?
Your witch's range is 3.
Yeah, you could shift. Oh yeah, you can shift me, right?
Or I could shift me.
Yeah, either way. So
I
I was just saying
will
you could come to here or push me to here and then stay where you are.
I will shift right there.
Okay.
If you'll
Like right here.
Yeah. If
Okay.
you'll move that for me. Um okay, second action will be attacking the vampire.
Charge you up. I'm gonna charge you up.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give you +2 strength.
Yeah.
So you're at
Um,
a base of 2, 1 for the sword, 1 for each equipment, and then 2 for the potion.
Plus I'm famous.
Plus you're famous.
So that's
I,
another 2.
I have another strength potion in my stack. Um,
I think it's another 1 for having smite.
Yeah, +1 for smite.
So 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Does the how many does the strength give me?
1.
The potion.
Oh, it's doubled.
Gave you
So
2.
8.
Yeah, it should be 8.
So 8, yeah. Yep.
So odds wise, 7 of them are 50-50, and 1 of them is at least 1.
Yeah.
So
we're hitting
we're
for
looking at 4, a
4 or
bit more than
5.
4.
Yeah, 4.5.
So I could give you 2 more, which would bring you up to 6.5, which it has.
I'm gonna make your decision easy for you. I'm gonna use my spell if you're gonna use your spell.
Okay.
My spell is every leader on my team may make a movement action or activate their ability.
Okay.
So I'm gonna have my vampire charm the spirit and you and the soldier. So you're attacking with disadvantage.
Okay. So all of your characters are leaders?
Oh, that's a good point. No. I take it back. I had a plan. Now I've actually just told you.
Just the Dragon King is your
Um,
leader, right?
yeah, I might as well make it useful though. My dragon will move. I'll use my dragon's ability, which is to lose flying and deal 2 damage to everybody around him.
So my leader takes 2 damage.
Yep.
Okay.
That's an AoE. Not as good as I wanted. I'm still probably in danger.
Well, I'm gonna use my health potion right now on
Master Fung.
no, I want to use it close to it, so I have to decide. How much health do you have, the paladin?
I have 9 and he has 3.
3. So I could give you +4 health, or I could
But
heal up
would
my
that
soldier.
give the bad guy 4 more health
Oh,
too?
it would give him health. So I think I'm just gonna heal my soldier then.
Can you go above 9?
You can go to 12, yeah. Everything go to 12.
Oh, so if
No.
you okay, so no matter who you heal, they can go up past their starting.
Yeah.
I did not know that. Okay.
I'm gonna give you plus range 2, but that's just because I want to give you plus 2 more strength.
Nice. So 2 more bones.
10 bones. Read when weep.
Maybe I
Okay.
shouldn't have worked. I shouldn't have stressed working cooperatively so much.
Okay. I roll all the bones.
Roll
Yes. Do
them
you want me to
bones.
do it for
Yes,
you?
please.
Okay.
Don't cheat.
Yeah, he's gonna rig it.
All right. That is a 5.
Okay.
One short.
Is it one short?
Somehow,
That's rude.
Uh,
he has 6 health.
how do you reroll?
If he was famous,
He is.
you can spend a fame to reroll a bone.
Can
I just
Sasha
spend the
spend a
fame.
fame?
Yes, he can. Yep.
Yeah,
I,
yeah.
I will do
Is
that.
that worth it to you? Okay.
I guess.
I will let you
50-50.
reroll the bone that. Why don't you reroll this one that did not hit? I'm not
Sasha.
gonna.
Okay, fine. I'll
Sasha,
reroll
do
I
it
don't
that.
to
want.
it.
I don't want to be responsible for this.
Nailed it.
Okay. All right. So he dies.
And now we
We'll put
decide
him.
it goes here.
No, it goes on. It goes on this
Oh,
one at the
top
moment.
order.
It's top
So
down.
for clarity's sake, I was curious about this. So this icon is the same. So is damage reduced by 2, or is this?
Yes.
Okay,
It
got
has
it.
shield 2.
Now it's just shield 1, and then also the magic.
Yeah, can't target him with abilities.
Got it. Okay.
And because he died, you guys get the fortune he had, which is 2. So I'm going to put that here.
And
You can get it goes one space away. The paladin can't hold anything. The soldier can take 2 of these coins if you want to. I'll just give it to the soldier.
and Evan gets a fame, right?
1 fame. Yep.
Oh yeah, because I swung on him. No extra fame for
Yeah.
killing him?
No, your reward for killing him is the ward.
So that was 2 actions.
Yeah.
Um,
Clean up these ones.
third action.
I have 2 gold that I can help you with because you're gonna refresh before my turn, right?
Oh,
Yes.
dispelling the vengeful spirit seems good, but is that actually useful?
I could double dispel it.
It'd
Or it
be,
really gets out of here.
let's see, because all he has to do is move on top of me to haunt me again.
It would have been useful if you're gonna attack it. It's not really important if you don't.
Right.
I can't make my character famous on your turn, so
You
we're not going to
cannot.
trigger. No, so the possess part of it is kind of irrelevant for the round.
But you could make it. Couldn't you make it famous on your turn? On his turn?
Yeah, but then by then it's already past his ready phase, so it won't trigger the possess.
Ready phase?
So your turn is like ready phase. You remove status conditions, you like prepare your character, then you take your actions, and then you go to your end phase. So basically, when it's this character's turn, if he's not famous at the start of my turn, I'm not going to be able to use the possess. So
Oh,
Basically, I
because you
get
can't use the
beginning of
fame.
upkeep effect.
yeah, it's
that
an upkeep. Yeah, I'm trying not to use that word, but yeah,
Okay. You don't. Even if you make him famous on your turn, he won't gain the ability of being famous yet.
he will, but the possess triggers at the start of his turn, and it will already be past that point once he's
Oh,
famous.
during the character's ready. I see. Okay. Well, maybe can we just buy that Can I buy that
Yeah,
dispel potion? Will you give me 1
Yeah,
coin?
I can. Yeah, sure. I can give you 2. I'm getting it back.
Oh, because you're gonna get it back. Yeah, just buy me that. Or I guess would that be you buying? No, you can buy it for me,
No,
right?
yeah, I'm lending you the money.
Cool. And then I have 1 more action. Does anybody need healing?
your leader
Uh,
has 6, your paladin has 3, and this guy has 3.
Which guy
um,
has 3?
Uh,
my
your leader,
Mr. Fang.
Sasha's leader.
Oh wow, but he's too
Master
far
Fang.
away.
I
Maybe
mean,
I'll...
I can boost someone.
What is it?
I can
Haste.
make someone do double movement.
I don't. Oh, I guess I could move over there, and I have a movement of. I could move over there and heal you. Well, no,
What's your,
if I moved, I wouldn't heal.
wait, no, this will move you. What was your movement?
My movement's
2.
4.
Oh, it's 4, so I can make you move 8.
Well, it will be 4.
No, the boots.
Oh, you have the boots. Yeah, it'll be 8.
So just using this potion will move you 8.
But then I'm way over there. Is that what we want?
I mean, but the spirit's also way over there.
Okay, sure.
I
All right.
don't know if it's good. But
Before
I
you
mean,
run over there, this is a good time to mention like how the monsters spawn in. I get 1 monster per turn. At the end of each round, I get a new monster. And whenever I kill somebody, I get a new monster. I can only put monsters on the board to fill the slots of which there are players. So you guys only have to worry about the dragon
Got
plus
it.
what the green and the blue one.
And the round ends at the end of your
At the end of the dragon's turn. So
at the end of the dragon's turn. Okay.
Yep.
Interesting.
Maybe.
Yeah, I don't know.
and they spawn in the middle of the board.
Like I think there's an advantage to this thing over here. I think my witch is pretty nice, and I think we want to sort of like do stuff somewhat near the witch.
The witch is toast. We're toasting the witch.
What?
What did the witch do?
Oh, I got disconnected.
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
I'm just gonna save the game real quick in case it kicks me too.
Yeah, good idea.
I'm still in.
You're doing too well.
Yeah.
That's what it was.
Were we? I don't know. You're just gonna get another guy back.
Oh, now I got disconnected.
Okay, well, I will restart this. You got disconnected? Okay, I'm just gonna hard reset it then.
Cool. Well, I'm gonna get a glass of water.
Go for it.
Create. It's a great time to get a glass of water because I need to completely relaunch Tabletop Simulator. The good news is I saved the game, so
Good thinking.
we're great. Yeah, that's happened to me enough times that I'm like, oh no. I'm glad it lets you save it. While he's taking this intermission, how do you feel like your team's doing?
I mean, I feel like we're doing pretty well. I remember last time thinking that the potions were very strong, and this time they also seem strong, particularly with the witch. But
yeah, I've been strategically not trying to buy things, but I'm changing that. I haven't used any fame, and I'm going to. I think you and Eric, you and Evan need to be humbled a little bit.
Oh,
so we're gonna see what happens. We're back up.
Same login stuff.
Yes, leaf and leaf.
Don't say it out loud.
Well, if anyone, like I said, if anyone wants to join, I would love to have another monster.
Are we ready?
Yes.
Supposedly it's back up. Oh, there we go.
Bringing it back.
Bring it back now, y'all.
Bring it on back.
2 monsters this time.
Yeah, but that third monster is just going to spawn again. What is even the point, my friend? Coming right back. So at some point, we just need to kill the big guy. Is that...
Well, that's all you have to do to win.
The killing some monsters makes it easier for us to kill the big baddie.
Yeah.
Now that we've taken out one of the -1 reductions, Yeah, I feel like we could probably just hit the baddie.
Okay.
I guess
If
there
you
is.
swing with 8 bones at a time, it might be
Yeah,
effective. Yeah.
that was 10 bones. Excuse me.
That was 10
Yeah,
bones.
yeah. Sorry. Yeah, I think that was a new record actually.
That was a 10 bone swing, which sounds good. There's nothing wrong with that.
Perfect. Yep.
That's exactly correct. I'm still loading. I'm almost there.
I think you were spending your last
I have one
your
more action.
one action. Yes.
And I'm wondering.
I'm deciding who to take out.
I have 1 gold, which I can.
Yes.
I guess I could recruit a guy,
Oh yeah.
but it's just fodder for him to kill.
Fodder for the slaughter.
Yeah.
I've been beaten by one character before.
So I don't. I could just attack the king with my little buddy, with my leader for 2.
It's -1 damage,
Yeah,
so it would be an average of
1.
0.5 damage.
What's that?
Like 2 bones it's like an average of 1.5, and then reducing it by 1. So
Yeah.
It's actually just a strength of 1.
oh, that's the number of bones. It's not reduce the damage. It's roll less bones.
No, his leader only has a strength of 1.
Oh, my leader only has a strength
Oh.
of 1. Whoops. Okay.
Unless you equip him with everything.
Oh, I see. Well, and he's already used his fancy ability, I believe.
This turn?
Not this turn, no.
Not this turn.
No,
No?
not this turn.
Okay.
Everything in there though costs 2, so
Oh,
you wouldn't
okay.
be able to use. That said,
I
you
mean,
could use the
you could
fortune to
shift-
refresh the forge and then use the ability. And if you get a
Or you
1,
could
that
shift
pops up.
close and then. Oh wait, no, that's 1 bone when attacking, not.
Um,
But it is for each item equipped, right? So like if you shifted over and then passed the items over, it would have a strength of 3, right?
It would have if you pass the sword.
Um,
that's
Yes.
true.
for each item equipped with, if you pass both, could you have a strength of 3?
If you moved the coins back over.
Yeah, if
Yeah.
we swapped. Second question. Did you increase my range this round?
I
Sasha?
did.
Can
By
I
2.
just heal my leader? That seems decent.
Yeah, by 2.
Yeah.
So you're at 8.
Cool.
Wait.
All right.
And that coin, if you want to buy a range potion or a new character, or just let it go.
Range potion. Right? No. Just I like the dispel potion on top. I'm buying a new character.
Okay, yeah.
It's gonna be. Let's see. We've got a huntress. Gallier Shat. Okay. We've got a barbarian. Okay. And we've got a paladin. Oh, let's do another paladin.
Alleys.
There you go. And you
That's
can move
cool.
him up to 2 spaces.
Okay. So, paladin.
Just move close to the the witch.
Yeah, paladin's gonna go. Over.
Not close enough to the witch.
It can only go 2.
Oh, okay. In that case, he'll
I
go
think here. Yeah.
He'll go here. Yeah.
It's also better to avoid. I guess it's sort of the same to avoid dragon damage. But now the dragon like AOE could only be from right here
Yeah.
rather than.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Okay, so the spirit's going to go. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to. Who is this? Paladin?
Paladin.
Let's
Yeah.
take Let's take this out of the equation. We're gonna go 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4.
I'm gonna use a potion.
Okay.
And then we are going to, what is the range on that? 3.
Yeah.
I will move the paladin. And we'll go 1, 2.
He can't pick it up.
It's fine.
Okay. 1. Whoops.
We gotta see what it is.
That was the worst. Okay, it's a 3. Do you want to leave him there? I'm having technical difficulties.
Yeah. What is the paladin's tell? Oh, it has it moving a 4. Evan, any thoughts of where I should move the paladin?
I mean, I should probably try to be near the Dragon King to kill the Dragon King, right?
Yeah. Maybe I'll move you to right here, just so like things have to move around a little bit.
Well, I'll be able to shift.
Yeah.
So maybe put me.
I just want to like make it not super easy for the dragon to do the AoE.
Right.
At least that's what my thought was. I could also like move you to here, but then the dragon's like moving around.
I was thinking like, can it? Is this too far? This guy?
No, that's fine.
I guess I could have moved it right back. Just basically remove an action from the monster.
I think that's a good spot over there, right?
Sure.
We're just gonna pretend that this 3 was not flipped over.
Okay.
You saw nothing.
Didn't see it.
Okay, ability.
I think we might have known. Oh wait, no, we flipped over a 3 already, right? Oh no, we
pop it
didn't.
over to here.
We knew that was a 3.
I'm gonna get a fame for that. And then I'm gonna make him famous for 2.
Oh, you
And then I'm gonna attack the. Yeah, I throw that right here.
Oh, you used the haunt ability?
I used haunt to jump. And now I'm gonna attack the paladin with the spirit for 2.
Okay.
So you can use abilities on the character that is not connected to you, but you can't attack? Or how does that work?
Yes, that's correct.
Got it.
I rolled 2. I'm gonna spend a fame and I'm gonna re-roll this one.
You don't want to reroll that one?
Okay, so now I got a 3, so he would die. He is famous, so if you wanted to, Evan, you could spend your fame to make me re-roll one of them. But I have 3 more fame, so just keep that in mind.
What if I don't want my guy to die?
It may be too late for that. Maybe he should have healed himself.
Yeah,
No,
but
wait, he can't.
Yeah, re-roll your thing.
Okay. I'll re-roll this one. And I spend the fame.
Got him. Or making him spend all his fame.
Yeah.
Good move, Evan.
Okay, he's dead.
Aww.
But you had to spend
I did. I spent like 4 or 5, and I had to make him famous to do it. So, so we're gonna put him here. We get rid of this. Put him here. We're gonna take these. Put them here. These go in the trash.
Why is this here?
So I killed another character, so I flipped it over, and that's your 2/6 to death.
Oh,
I'm putting one of these
one
on
on
each
each.
door.
Got it. I see.
I killed a character, so I get to refresh my monster slot. So I'm gonna put this in the blue slot. And you didn't have any coins. So that's him. Yeah, and I get a fame for attacking you. And then we'll jump over to the dragon. The dragon's going to move. Let's see, 3 health. Move over
So,
here.
How much
Yep.
fame did you have at
I
the
had
beginning?
5 when I started the turn.
Got it.
So I used 2 to make him famous. Then I spent 3. And then I went up by 2.
And the up by 2 is like one
Haunting
for.
and for attacking.
Got it. Okay.
So it should math. I might be off, but
Oh, it seems like that.
Well, if you
I'm gonna pop
started
over.
with 5, you should have 1 less than you currently do, right?
I started with 5. I used 2. Then I used 2 to re-roll, and then I gained 2, so I should be at.
Oh, you used 2. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
So I
Okay.
think I'm good.
You used 2 for what?
Re-rolling.
I thought you used
2 to
2 for
fit.
rerolling.
Oh yeah. So I should have 2. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I had 5. Then I used 3 to re-roll, 2 to make famous, and then I gained 2.
Oh, you gained 2. Okay. That's what
Yep.
I missed. How did you gain 2?
1 for haunting and 1 for attacking.
Oh, because if you target a guy, you get a thing.
Yeah, I targeted an enemy.
Okay.
From over here, and I'm gonna attack him for 3. And I'm also, before I do that, I'm gonna spend a coin to refresh the potions. I'm gonna spend 2 coins on a luck potion. Luck potions let you reroll 2 bones. That's 2 damage. I'm gonna spend the luck potion to reroll these 2. Mother.
Space Lord.
Okay, so he goes down to 1. That's depressing. He drops a coin, so I'll pick it up. I can't because I'm at 3 already. I get a fame for attacking you. And I'm gonna gain flying.
So, will you describe the difference between a strength
Sure.
potion and a luck potion?
So the strength potion is +1 bone. The luck
Uh-huh.
potion is re-roll 2 of them after you know the result. And you can use it defensively against me also.
It looked like you were adding all of the pips that you were rolling rather than re-rolling.
I rolled this originally, and then I re-rolled the ones that I didn't like, which were these 2.
Oh, and
And
then
I
got
got
the
the
same.
same. And I got the
Oh,
same
I
thing.
see. Okay. I thought you were adding the results every time you were rolling them. Okay.
So you're still alive, and that's upsetting. But I got 1 kill, and I'll take it. So that's the end of the round. So what's going to happen is there are 2 monsters on the field. So the dragon will get 2 health back. Since he's at 12, it rolls over to the next monster, which is the spirit. So they will go up to 11. And then everyone will refresh their coins.
Oh, do we gain health
Eh,
between rounds?
No, the monsters are regenerating because they haven't gotten this ward taken off.
Oh, okay. Got it.
And now you guys are going to move your meeples around.
Okay.
Um, I mean, we can go for bones. Or yeah. What sounds good to you?
Oh,
Bones or money? Or did you want to get a
I don't really care about more money because it just takes up my
yeah.
ability to use stuff. So I guess I'll go get some fame.
Well, in that case, let me.
I gave you fame.
Thank you.
I guess I'll get money.
Okay.
Give the money to the witch.
I'm going in the boner.
And so, is there order to this?
Yeah, you guys go first at the same time, and then I go.
Then, got it. Okay.
And then it's Sasha's turn.
Okay. So dragon has 12 health and damage is reduced by 1.
Yep.
It's a lot of health.
And if the soldier is still haunted at the start of the spirit's turn, it loses 3 health.
Got it.
Unless it attacks somebody that's next to it.
Let's go with we'll use the witch's ability. And I think let's flip this over onto range.
There are 5 of each type.
Got it.
So there's 2 strengths left.
Oh, were you supposed to get a new monster?
I did. It's blue, and you won't know what it is until it activates.
Oh, okay.
I will get a interesting. So if this ability is doubled, is it reroll 2 and then reroll 2, or is it reroll 4?
It doesn't. Read it for a second. That potion does not target a character. It discusses the bones of a character. So it will
It
not
does say
double.
target character on it.
Oh yeah, it does. Yep.
So would it be 2 and 2, or would it be 4?
I believe it would be 4.
Okay.
If they have 4.
Okay. Let's. What am I getting?
I'd have to check the rules.
I think the health potion is always going to be useful, so I'll take that first. And then I think probably want to just get more potion because potions do seem good. Let's go. Which has movement of 2. Master. So I think Master Fang is going to. Oh, and the new monster is coming out right here.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it will be attacking your team.
Got it. Interesting. And again, let me just reread this. Character it haunts attacks one ally within its range. Soldier has a range of 1. So currently, it will lose 3 health because it wouldn't be attacking something, and it currently has How much health? 6. Okay, so I'm a little bit worried about the monster that comes out. I can like push stuff around, which is interesting. Um, uh, let's see. I will. I just feel like I should do something. So let me. This, um, let's. The dragon has a movement of 4, I assume. 3. Okay. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And then I have a movement of 3 at the moment. 3. Careful. And the fortuitous breeze, can it target myself?
Yes.
Okay, got it. Interesting. I think I will be doing that. So I'm gonna move. And when something shifts, if that can't move through characters, right? Okay. I will use that ability. And I will. Yeah, I'm not doing a whole lot here. 1, 1, 2, 3. And then I'll do my movement. 1, 2. Let's take. What is skulk?
You can't be attacked.
Take this, because why not? And the third movement, I guess, will be here. And those are all my actions, but I have a bunch of gold. I think I'm going to buy some potions. Let's go ahead and buy a haste potion. Let's buy a luck potion. Actually, so wait, can I just drink this potion for no effect? Or can it only be used if the character just rolled bones?
It's if they just roll bones.
I will not buy this then. And instead, I will buy a range potion, and I'm actually gonna buy it in other order. And then I've used 2 of my gold. I will buy a strength potion. I do want the strength potions, but I also might have to drink some potions. Yeah, I'll take the strength potion. And I guess I will. My final thing will be shifting to here, and that's then to be
So they have 1 health, right?
who?
Your leader.
Yes.
Okay.
Right. You did just not quite enough
No,
damage.
I'm just reiterating it.
Okay, got it. Yeah.
Okay. So we're gonna bring in the werewolf.
Okay.
The werewolf hits for 4, moves for 4, can hold 1 thing, and has a range of 1. They're gonna be 9 health. First, I'm gonna move. Let's do. What's that? It's a shield. Two, 3, 4. Well, 1, 2, 3, 4. Pick up a 1. And refresh the things in the forge. And then we'll shift. Yeah. Then their ability is going to be to frighten up to 1 person from each, basically up to 1 character per player that's near them. And frighten is you're immobilized and you attack with disadvantage. So you
Okay.
cannot.
I think I'm gonna drink some potions.
Okay.
I'll drink a strength potion.
The witch.
Yeah.
Sure.
And then I will haste the witch.
Okay.
And the witch will move 4. 1, 2, 3. Is there a 1 over here? No, there's not.
No.
I guess I'll go over onto the here.
Okay. So I'll frighten the soldier.
He's already haunted. He's frightened enough.
Um, I don't want him attacking anyway. Then I'm going to shift 1 space and then attack the leader.
Okay.
It's 3, 4, 5. It's 6 bones. I have 4 plus the sword plus the bone I have for being in the crypt.
Got it.
So it's 4 damage to her.
I will drink 2 potions and heal 4.
So she is back at 1. I will get a fame for frightening the soldier, and I'm going to use 2 of them to make him famous. So that I can reroll 1 of them. And another. And there's no way that she can escape me another time. All right, so she's still at 1 health.
Yep.
I'm taking this coin from her and just putting it on the ground in defiance.
Oh, whenever you attack someone, you
A coin pops out.
got it.
All right, well that's him, I guess. That was so anticlimactic. Yeah. Okay, Evan, you're up.
I go. So where's this dragon that we need to kill? We should consider making this or the next round the final round, probably. Maybe next round.
Right.
Because we're up on about an hour and a half.
Yeah.
On playtime. Minus some dropping from TTS. So we just need to kill the Dragon King.
That's it.
And he's too far away. So Master Fun.
I mean, smacking these like taking out these monsters does make it easier to kill the Dragon King, but yeah.
Right. Yeah, I can't really get over there anyway.
You are stronger than you think. I mean, you did swing for 10. That would have severely hurt the dragon even with 2 shields.
Yeah.
Coin. Starter character.
But
coins.
So does this doesn't heal the dragon, right?
It heals
Shield.
the monsters equal to however many monsters there are. So
the monster is the dragon.
it's
the
it's
monster?
3 health total, and I choose where it goes.
Oh, got it. Yeah, it doesn't seem. It wouldn't have been very efficient. We dealt 6 damage with that hit. Would have dealt 4, and then you could heal 3.
Yeah, but then the spirit wouldn't be at 11. So
I don't know, Sasha. Do you have any ideas of what you would like me to do?
I not really. I mean, I guess smacking one of the things near us is a good idea because yeah, they can just heal up more if we don't, and if we kill one, then we can actually have an easier time killing the dragon.
Do you have a preference of which one?
I mean, I'm underneath the vengeful spirit, so you'd be hitting me if you hit the vengeful spirit. So I would say the werewolf.
Okay. So what we have luck, and range. So I'm gonna shift my paladin, and then attack the werewolf for what, 2?
yeah,
Cool.
2 down. Is that 7?
Okay.
And you take yes, 7, and you get a fame.
Yeah. And then what are these guys over here again? This is 1 action. Luck, cloak, awkward chest. I can use a. Can I use a coin to refresh the items?
Yeah. Yep.
Cool. I'm gonna do that.
There's a shield, a blade, and a chest that refills. Just gives you gold each turn.
Cool. My main guy is going to. Oh, he can't pick anything up.
No, he has 1 more slot.
Oh, he does. I thought. Okay. Oh, he does have 1 more slot. Okay. So he's gonna pick up the. He's gonna use his special ability to grab that sword. He's going to this is range 1. He's gonna move down next to the. Do you have a guy that needs healing, Sasha?
I mean, my leader is 1 health.
So he's gonna die no matter who hits him.
I mean, it won't be hit. I mean, the dragon could potentially 1, 2, 3. The dragon would have to do something special to get over there. I think. I guess the number of coins might make it possible.
I'm just gonna move down to here
Okay.
with my buddy. And then do you, at the start of the spirit's turn,
The soldier will take 3 if it's still on top of it.
I'm gonna dispel the
Okay, yeah. You get to move it 1 space away from where it is.
he's gonna go right here.
And you can also get rid of the frightened condition.
And I think
Yeah.
that was 3.
Okay. The spirit is going to, let's see, it's green. You have 2 characters, 5 health each. Speed of 4. So we're gonna haunt and move it here. Haunt this guy. And then attack the, oh, we'll haunt this guy, and then we'll attack the leader. We'll talk your paladin for 3. Three damage to the leader, and to the paladin. So he moved, attack, and ability. And then we'll go to the dragon. The dragon's gonna move 3 spaces. 1, 2, 3. Then it's going to, let's attack first. We'll attack the, we're gonna make the dragon famous. The dragon, when it becomes famous, gets chain lightning. Whoever it attacks, everybody adjacent to that person that's an enemy of the monsters takes half that damage rounded
Oh,
up.
there you go.
Yeah. Why,
So
why
he's
do
gonna-
the next week?
Well, I'm not gonna take the damage you are. Well, I don't know if I shouldn't have haunted you, but that's okay. That's my bad. So I'm rolling 3 plus 1 because I'm in the crypt against the leader in the middle, which is 4 damage, and I'm gonna spend what?
I've got fame tokens.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely gonna spend mine to reroll this one. Okay, so currently it's 5 damage.
What's that 4 and then
It was 4, yeah.
yeah.
It was like that.
Oh, and then you rolled.
A blank.
A blank. So it's
It's still 4.
I think it looks like 2, 3 plus
Did
2.
you roll 5 bones?
There. It looked like it should be 4 like this. But those are just in the way.
Okay.
So 4 damage.
I'm gonna make you re-roll one of them.
2 of them. Oh,
Is
2.
Master Fang famous?
No.
So you can't use it on her.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Never mind then. I can't do that.
If you had 3 fame, you could make her famous. Oh no, it's not your turn. So yeah.
Yeah. So
So she
that-
takes 4.
Yep.
And dies. I'll put this over here. This goes with it. She drops this. She goes over here. This goes to the trash. And then everyone around her takes 2. Then the paladin dies. And this one takes 2. I take 2 because I'm on top of you. And then the dragon's going to use its ability, which is to lose flying and deal 2 damage to everybody that's within its range, which is just the witch. Witch dies. As she has a coin. She will drop it underneath the werewolf. You are no longer charmed. It's gone. And that is the end of the dragon's turn. So we will now, the dragon, or I will regenerate 3 health to a monster and to give it to the werewolf. And then we'll refresh our coins and move our meeples. You have 1 death left.
I guess I'm getting a spell.
There
Oh,
you
wait,
go.
that's not that.
There, I gave you the spell.
I will also get a spell, and then we get some
Okay.
fancy token.
Yes, you both give advantage to a character you have, so they can attack, and then if you don't, whatever you don't like, you can reroll.
Cool.
I'm gonna go to the. I can't have this coin because I don't have the pockets for it. I'm just gonna get fame. That seems good. Okay. It's your turn, Sasha.
Well,
And it's probably your last turn.
Yes.
Although you do have some beefy boys here.
huh. Yeah, I definitely didn't see that. What happened being a possibility. What? What does shield do?
-1 damage.
Got it. Yeah. I mean, I don't feel like there's much we can do. Anything dies, we lose. Attacks. Advantage. 6 health. Yeah, I'm just gonna get wailed on.
I think you could correctly deal 3 attacks to the dragon.
You mean like buy things that can move close enough to attack?
Yes.
But it's reduced by, each of them are reduced by 1, and most of those attacks would be like 1.
Like you can hit with your soldier with advantage would be good. The barbarian would be good.
Yeah. I mean, it seems like I would deal like 1 or 2 damage to the dragon by doing that, but I guess I could.
I don't know what. I guess your other option is you go full defense, and I just can't kill one of you.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like that is like if yeah, I, I feel
But
like
I will.
I need to do a recoup, and yeah, I don't feel like I have a line, so I don't know what I am doing. Uh, I I don't want to buy new folks because that makes it easier to kill someone. And I don't really want to make it so it's super easy for you to just kill us. Um, but I guess that just means that you'll wail on Axel. Um, so, are there any potions that might help me? Um, I can buy a luck potion. Um, I'm just going to attack something and have fun with it. Um, I will spend 2 on a luck potion. Um, and disarm, attack with disadvantage. Um, I will move uh, attack um, and it's rolling 3 bones.
And then you can
I
re-roll the
will
white ones.
luck the white
You
one.
you can just re-roll the white ones with the advantage token you have.
Oh, got it. I'll just do that then. And then I guess I'll use the luck to reroll this one.
All right, so I take 3. And then you get a coin out of me. I'm going to put it here so Axel can get it easier. Or whoever Evan recruits.
Um, and I that was advantage. My last action is going to be shield bashing to disarm the Dragon King.
Yeah, okay. So that will mean I attack with disadvantage.
And I think that's my turn.
And you get 1 fame for attacking me and 1 fame for disarming me.
Oh, that's true.
Bam, bam.
Interesting. Got it.
Fancy, fancy.
Okay. That was my turn.
Okay. The werewolf is going to move here. It's going to frighten the soldier. And it's going to attack the soldier. And deal 2 damage to it. I'll take that coin and I'll put it here. Underneath the dragon. And get 1 fame for frightening you and 1 fame for attacking you. And now it's Evan's turn.
Okay. Um,
I think you can also deal 3 attacks to the dragon.
so I
And
will.
you have that spell Sasha.
Yeah, I do.
Oh yeah, what was the spell that I got?
I didn't give you one.
Oh.
Let me give you one. There you go. I won't peek.
Uh, I'm gonna spend a coin to get the barbarian.
Okay, and then you can move him up to 3 spaces.
And I will spend a coin.
Do you want to move him first?
No.
It's free.
Oh, it is.
Yep.
Yeah. When you buy someone or recruit someone.
Then yes. He's gonna pick up that coin and then take a step up.
Okay, great.
Um, okay. Then okay. How much life does that guy have left?
9.
9.
Yeah.
Okay.
The famous rogue would be the strongest option.
The famous what?
If you made the rogue famous, it would be 3. 3 bones.
Oh, I see. What about a famous barbarian?
Okay.
He just gets skulk.
Oh, he
So
already has
he can't be attacked.
3, yeah.
Yeah, he rages, he has 3.
Yeah. Well, that's just if he attacks, right? Yeah, when he attacks.
His strength is 2.
Oh, I see. He could attack and rage.
Yep. Then it would be 3. And Axel's attacking for 3 also.
And the rogue. I can't get in there with everybody, I don't think.
Well, the rogue would also move right up for free.
Right.
Be right next to it.
Yeah, but then I couldn't get Axel in range also.
The range potion just costs 1.
Oh, is there a range potion?
Yeah.
Can I jump over my own buddy?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Can I exchange items as I walk?
Yeah.
Okay. I will. I don't know. The little huntress can also swing for 1. Oh, that's not very good.
2 if she's famous, but
The
not against the
the
dragon.
wizard could shoot for 2.
Yep.
Because I think what I want to do is, um, I'm gonna spend a coin to refresh the items.
Okay.
What do we got over there? Speed and jump. Okay. Okay. So then I will. Oh, geez. Yeah, okay. So we'll do the rogue. Spend a coin for the rogue. And then make the rogue fancy by spending my 2 fame.
Yep.
And then I will. Oh, I can't give myself that haste potion because I have a coin that I can't drop. Right?
There is no haste potion.
The boots,
The
I
boots,
think.
sorry.
Oh, the boots.
You'd have to be adjacent to someone.
I think I screwed myself. Oh well.
Mm.
I forgot that I couldn't just not hold a coin.
Mhm.
I thought I could give myself the boots. Alright, well, whatever. So the rogue will attack, and then the barbarian will attack, and then I'll figure out if I have anything left to do after that.
You're gonna get 2 coins out of the dragon when you attack it twice.
Okay. Oh, so I might.
So you can
I guess
shift with
after the
Axel
first one,
twice.
I can do the luck or whatever. Oh, I could shift Axel twice. Okay. That still doesn't get me in range, though.
Shifting you once would get you close enough to trade,
Buy the range potion.
or you could like move a coin over to one of the people that you're adjacent to, and then have enough space to get the boots.
Yeah, I think if you attack first, you open up a lot of
Oh, I
options.
see. So attack with the barbarian first.
Cool.
Cool. So he rolls 2. Deals 3 damage, which is 2 because of the shield.
Yep.
And you get a coin, and you can give it to the rogue or the barbarian.
Give it to the. How much can a rogue hold? Give it to the barbarian, yeah.
Okay. And you get a fame for that also.
Sweet. And then I shift. Up against the rogue.
Okay.
And then I give the rogue a coin. And pick up those boots. Oh, that would be his ability to grab the boots. Right?
It would be, yeah, it would be an action.
Oops, I gave the wrong coin.
But you could just buy the range potion and still swing with Axel where he's standing.
Oh, okay, yeah, I'll do that.
You need coins.
The one you just spent
I
to
just
not.
spent one, yeah.
Oh god.
Yeah. So now the Rogue and Axel can both hit the dragon.
Okay. So they'll both do that.
So we'll do the. It's in your interest, I think, to do Axel first. Because with the fame you get from the
I
attack,
can
you
make the
can make the
barbarian
Rogue
fancy.
famous.
Yeah.
Or yeah.
Yeah. So Axel first. He's
So Axel's,
swinging for 3. Three bones. Oh, and he's got advantage.
So he can re-roll this one. So that's 4 damage, which
Nice.
is reduced by 1 because of the shield.
Yeah.
So he's at 4. You take another coin from me and give it to the rogue. And you get another fame. And then you have 1 more attack with the rogue. And you Axel could give it the blade also.
Yeah. Yeah, so give him the blade. And then did I already make the rogue famous?
Yeah. Oh, well,
Nope.
you need to spend the 2 fame.
Spend the 2 fame to make the rogue famous.
Does your spell help you at all?
Um,
Either of you?
I don't think so.
Nah, I don't think so.
So you get 2 for the rogue.
Disarming
1
your
for
character
the-
doesn't do me any good, I don't think.
It is already currently disarmed.
Yeah.
You can
Disarming
disarm the werewolf
the,
or the spirit.
the werewolf's already taken this turn, but you
Yeah.
can disarm the spirit
that does something.
if it gets that far.
Yeah.
Rogue gets 2 plus the blade plus the famous.
I do have a coin, which I
So
could.
it's currently 4 bones.
Which I could spend on a luck
Nothing.
token.
Potion?
A
Costs
luck
2.
potion, yeah.
Costs 2 gold.
Oh, cost 2. Dang, okay.
Everything
Yeah.
you could buy costs 2.
Okay. I could learn an ability.
Yeah, you could learn. Yeah, but it's the cost of an action.
Oh, because they all
So
cost actions.
Because which ability would be good, but
Okay. In that case, I guess she just attacks. So
taking the
she's
swing.
got 1,
2, 3, 4. So she's attacking for 4.
4. She's got 5.
2, 3, 4.
Because sneak attack.
Oh, I forgot your leader was famous.
And the leader, yeah.
So yeah, you have 5 bones and you need to roll a 5.
Yep.
So you rolled a 4.
I will
If you
re-roll
have
one
fame,
of those.
okay. So I'm not gonna do it. You can re-roll it. Not gonna be
Actually,
responsible for this loss.
re-roll that and that. Might as well.
Are you using a luck potion?
I mean, we could do one at a time. It doesn't matter.
Oh, are you using a luck potion or just fame?
I'm using fame. Can you only
Okay, then yeah.
do 1 fame?
Yeah, we'll do one at a time. I'm not gonna do it though, so you can roll it.
Okay. Then I'll spend another fame and do it again.
Okay. Still here. So you deal 3 damage.
Need more.
You bring me to 1. You get the last coin out of me. We'll give that to the rogue also. And you get another fame.
Now you can buy a potion.
Now yeah. A little too late, but yeah.
I mean, yeah, I guess I could put a shield on somebody or whatever, but I don't think I overly am worried about it one way or the other. Because you'll just attack whoever doesn't have the thing. So
We'll give you the luck potion. That can
Cool.
be used on anybody.
Perfect.
And then assumingly what you would do is probably disarm the spirit.
Great.
Yeah.
I do that.
And it will attack with disadvantage against the your leader would lose 3 health.
Wait. How much health does the leader have?
It now has 3.
I think I'm actually it happens.
It was because of the haunt.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. And then I attack the leader for 2. And I have disadvantage.
So wait, why did
Yeah.
the so you choose if it loses 3 or it attacks an ally?
Yeah, I mean you could have it attack an ally.
Who chooses?
You would.
Well, yeah, I guess Evan would, and he'd choose who it would attack.
Yeah, and it's Axel only has a strength of 1 right now, so it's probably
It's probably better. And just having it attack one of the characters that has 4 health.
yeah. So I'll do it to the rogue. So 1 damage to the rogue.
Boop.
And then this guy's gonna attack the rogue with disadvantage, which means it does 1 damage to it. And then the dragon would go, also attacking at disadvantage.
I'm gonna make it not famous, I guess.
Oh, okay. Yep. I'm gonna gain flying and then attack whoever the weakest person is, which is the rogue, for 3 with disadvantage, which means I reroll this one and deal 2 to it. And then you would use your luck potion, Evan, to make me reroll 2 of them.
Or one of them.
Or 1 of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, 1 of them. So it would be 1 damage. So
Yeah.
you would live.
I was like, wait, I don't want you to re-roll the one that was already.
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
And then I would dump 2 fame into making it famous again. And then 1 to re-roll that. And then you could use yours to make this. And that's, to my knowledge, everything that you have in the rogue would die.
Sounds good.
So you got him to 1. And I think you were just off by a dice roll.
Pajambo.
Yep.
Cool. Let me pick this up. Let me get out my little notebook. And we're good. There are quite a few things that I probably can't change at the moment, but there are still a lot of things that I can change without it being a big deal.
Yeah.
So yeah, I guess the first question is, yeah, what sort of feedback are you looking for? Then if there are things that like, what are the things that we could be helpful with, and what are the things that would not be helpful?
Yeah, I think the most helpful things would be feedback related to anything related to the forge.
Mhm.
So items or Axel
Mhm.
in this case.
Mhm.
And then any other feedback you have is still great.
Okay.
Some things, the forge adds a lot of new things to the way that characters can build on each other and become
Mhm.
stronger. It also adds a clear complexity with can I drop coins and how does that work?
Yeah.
So any feedback related to that or ideas would be great. And then anything else you had about the game would be great too.
Sweet, sweet. Yeah. Awesome. Cool. First off, I really love the sort of story and setting, and also the artwork is really awesome. I think before last time I played, I didn't like. I feel like I didn't follow the story as much. This I like the sort of the like six gates or like the different the whole story that you sort of told with why we were trying to defeat these monsters and what they were trying to accomplish by like killing us. I thought that was like cool and thematic, and I liked that a lot. As far as specific Forge stuff, um, most of my feedback with that and I think has to do with sort of timing stuff and also the sort of looseness of um, it just felt a little bit weird to me, like thematically and story wise, how quickly and how often you could just move all the equipment around. Like the concept of being able to have like someone souped up with several items, and then they hit and then pass everything off to the next person, and then they hit and then pass everything off to the next person, and then they hit. Uh, it's uh, like combo wise and like removing myself from the theme is cool to be able to do that. Like that can feel cool when you like set that up, but like thematically uh isn't really intuitive to me, and I feel like I wouldn't think that I could do that, um and then being able to do that obviously is very strong, and so I feel like you would want to do that. um and so yeah, that was just my sort of thought seeing Evan just like pass this sword around. um uh Other Forge stuff, I didn't really interact with it, so I don't have as much um, direct.
You use potions a lot in the
I
Witch,
Yeah.
so
Oh, that's part of the Forge, or is it?
no, that's the Toil and Trouble
Got it. Got it.
expansion,
Got it.
but
Oh yeah,
you,
yeah. I did definitely interact with that a lot. That I also I feel like it did feel a little bit weird timing wise. Uh, I It felt powerful, really strong, but also brought up a lot of questions about when I could do things. I did feel like the being able to do the movement one, um, there's like a little bit of a restriction on it, but because there's a looseness with the potions in general, it it does feel weird having the rule be like just as long as you say you're using a potion before they say that they're attacking. Uh, Felt a little bit funny to me because like if I was playing against that and I knew someone had that potion, I knew that they could use it. I might like gradually move my piece around and then like uh,
sure.
if I'm not quite next to them yet and they say they're using their haste potion, then that gives me the choice to move somewhere else. Uh, Whereas if I am about to move in, I'm going to say attack or something like that. And that just feels a little bit funny to me. So having a little bit more of a uh, strict structure with like when you could do them, I think would help me be able to better understand what is legal and what is not legal, and um, I think just players in general help them understand when they can do things, and yeah, just have a more clear answer to, am I allowed to do this? Um, yeah. Uh, Yeah, the potions did feel very strong. Being able to just like use a ton on one person, uh, I, I felt like I was doing something illegal, but it was sweet being able to do it. But it did feel like I could see this seeming broken. Um, like having less experience. If I was very experienced with it, I feel like I could like really leverage it and use it to a crazy amount. Uh, that being on top of the witch being able to double those effects, uh, I feel like you could do some pretty crazy stuff. Which again, being able to do crazy stuff in a game is definitely not a bad thing. So I'm not saying that that's like there's something wrong. Uh, it did feel weird. Uh, like I wasn't supposed to be able to do this.
No, you
And
definitely were.
yeah,
The
no,
the drawback is that the monster that comes with that expansion can eat everything that's in the trash, and it makes it stronger. So you would
got
really,
it,
its strength would probably be like a 9 right now.
got it. I see. Um, yeah, and so that monster could have come up, or how does that work?
Yeah, it could
Is
have.
that random, or did you choose?
It was random right now. I could have chosen to be more strict to the rules.
Okay, got it. Uh, yeah. Let me go through my notes, and these notes
Yeah,
were written less with uh, looking for what you were
sure, yeah.
learning specifically. Um, I don't know what that means. Uh, oh, carry icon. Yeah, just like I when I was first looking at these cards, understanding what the different abilities did, um, I could understand all of them from the icon except for the carry icon. Uh, just I think and it's just slightly because that coin symbol really small, kind of looks like a wheel.
Hmm.
Um, to me, it looked like a wooden wheel, uh, and I was like, "Is this like a trap?" I wasn't sure what the wooden wheel meant. I
Okay.
understood it after we talked about it, but and so that's like a fairly minimal thing. But just because it's small, it can be misread as a little wheel, which isn't necessarily mean carry capacity. Um, uh, thematic. Oh, this was a little bit of a thematic question for me, and I think also with first time play feels like because it's not isn't super strong thematic connection for in my mind, I could see myself forgetting it or missing it. Is the spinning a coin to be able to move one space? I didn't fully understand what was happening like thematically. Um,
Yeah, the way it's described is that the coins themselves have magic in them, and so you
mm,
can use that to boost you by
got it.
spending it.
Okay,
And normally the in the world, the coins are valuable because they have that essence, but in this dungeon in particular, whenever they touch the floor, they recharge instead of having to wait for the full moon.
okay,
So it's just kind of like using the energy inside of it to
got it.
give you that boost.
Okay, and yeah, maybe if I read more of the lore, understand more of the story. To me, they were just coins, and so I was like, wait, why do coins make me move more?
Yeah.
Am I like buying? I'm like motivating myself by paying myself. I wasn't sure what was happening, and so I just feel like I could potentially have missed that on a first play, and it is incredibly powerful and important to be able to do that or understand that you can do that from my experience playing right now. So yeah, just making sure that you really hit on that and like tie it in, make it clear thematically why that happens uh, would be nice for me at least. Um, learnability. Oh, uh, yeah, the learnability was brought up, and it was something that I think was maybe a little bit too Yeah, I think it could have been cool at one point, but I definitely forgot about it. And yeah, also maybe didn't fully understand how it worked, but it seems like it could be powerful. That was my note on that. Not super. I don't know how hopeful that is, but doesn't. Oh. Yeah, there was a note. Like it was mostly fine, but this was just a personal preference. I really don't like spending resources to reroll, uh, just because like especially when it's like reroll one thing, like we're doing fame, spending a fame to reroll, especially when it's like a 50-50. It just like feels a little bit weird to me and sort of slows things down. But yeah, that's just my own personal preference. I know that some people are all about that. It definitely can add for some exciting moments or some big like I spent 4 and I still didn't get that hit or whatever, and so you're still alive or whatever. So yeah, there's definitely positives and negatives to it. Both shields. Oh, this was I think mainly just during explanation. I wasn't 100% sure on if uh, this was a combined symbol or this was 2 symbols. It reads pretty clearly as being 2 symbols, so I don't think it's that big of a deal. But just when you were verbally explaining it, I was unclear at first if this was a shield ward and this was like a magic shield or
Okay.
something. Um, it again, I think if you weren't explaining it, I would probably read this as being 2 symbols. But just the way you said it made me think that it was 1 symbol that combined. Uh, uh, Carry capacity in non-coins. Oh, I think this was just before I was uh, clear on how we showed that we were carrying items, because I saw the items were cards and I was like, how do, but then that was explained later on with those tokens. Um, Oh yeah, that was same stuff. Immediately dying feels weird. Oh, yeah. I got a bit lucky, but it did feel like I was gonna just die on like the first turn. My leader was gonna die on the first turn, and that I think would have felt pretty sucky. Once you lose a leader, you don't get another leader, right?
No, but you could just put someone in that slot.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But yeah, that was just one thing that I didn't really know what I was doing. I went in and I very easily could have just died on the first round. I think you got like an unlucky roll, which means I didn't die on the first round, which I think would have felt pretty bad from my perspective. Luckily, it didn't happen. I was able to like keep like running around, making faces at you and being at 1 health of time. But eventually, I died. Potion seems too good. Yeah, I already mentioned that. Luck. Oh, um, I don't know if I still feel this, but it is sort of funny. Uh, like thinking about it more, um, because all these are 50-50, all the bones are 50-50s. Uh, Rerolls are pretty much +1 attack. Because if I rolled another die, I also have another 50-50. Like, so that was something that I thought was kind of funny. Um, I didn't think about it that way because the way it was explained, but like mechanically, uh, doing a reroll is the same as the +1 attack, except you have a obviously to roll
it's
all
plus
hits.
point five.
Well, but I'm saying the attacks are being at roll a bone. Like it's the same as using this potion of strength or whatever. Um, uh, uh,
Mechanically, the difference comes into play with things like advantage and disadvantage, just the amount of bones
mm,
you get to reroll.
got it.
And it kind of,
Yeah. Okay.
if you spent a fame to just give someone like +6 bones for 6 fame, then
hmm
their strength would just be off the charts. So it's
hmm
trying to minimize that by like they have the same amount of strength, but they're just better at their weapon usage
Got it.
type
Yeah.
of thing.
Yeah, no, I think it's probably fine. I just thought it was funny when I was evaluating the potions and looking at the luck one versus the strength one. I was like, oh man, it's like 2 money for two 50/50s or 1 money for one 50/50. Um, uh, yeah. But yeah, the advantage and disadvantage definitely changed that a good amount. Okay. Yeah. Um. Oh, this was just a little bit of and this is somewhat of a first time play type of experience, but I felt like it was sort of hard to look at a player or the board, and understand what could be done on a turn. Just with uh, like that was that one turn with your Dragon King that I just like didn't see that huge crazy move at all. That if I had played this game before, I might be able to see that or understand that. Um, and yeah, I I don't know exactly. I don't think I have a solution to that. I was just bringing it up as that was an experience that didn't feel great because all the information was face up on the table, but I was unable to process that, uh, be, uh, and I felt like I could have probably done something different to help mitigate how devastating that was if I like understood that it was a possibility. Um, uh, like the end state of the game, we got to a point that it was very close. We got to like some 50/50s at the end. But just from a game feels perspective, that felt a little bit uh, like the information was there. I just wasn't able to process it because of yeah. Again, might have been just first time playing, but um, uh, to, um, there are a lot of different statuses. It does feel like a few of them are overlapping in a way that I feel like could maybe be simplified, but that was just for my perception of understanding what things did, like what frightened did versus um, disarmed. Uh, that was something that I had to reference, and they are very similar. One is just worse. Frightened is the same as disarmed plus immobilized. Um, yeah. Um, and I don't know if it was just a little bit. I had to keep referencing it, but that was just my experience. Um, uh, I think that's everything I have written down. I just wanted to circle back and say that things that I really like about the game are the sort of evoked story. That I mean, you definitely explain the story, but then also the sort of I think the cooperative element, the one versus many, or cooperative makes sense. I am curious how the cooperative, like the essentially the AI would work. I assume, or I say AI, I meant
Yeah,
the the
yeah.
automa or whatever.
It basically just comes down to this one die that
Hmm.
has a 1, 2, and 3, and a 1, 2, and 3 with with a skull on it.
Hmm.
And when the monsters, like when we're activating the blue monster, we roll this die,
Hmm.
and whatever number it lands on is which character on the blue team it goes after, 1, 2, and 3.
Got it.
And then if there's a skull on it, then it rolls an extra die.
Got it.
And so that's combat. And then
Hmm.
whenever it makes a choice, you make the choice for it,
Mm. Got it.
which
Cool.
it makes the AI like an easier version to fight,
Yeah.
but the skull makes it a lot worse on turns where it you can't predict. It could just roll a skull every time, so it's hard to figure
Hmm.
that out. But yeah, it's really just a die that gets
Hmm.
added.
Got it. Cool. Um, yeah. And oh, I guess there was one other little thing. The the sort of worker placement into these spots um, just felt uh, like I didn't like dislike it. It just felt like I could sort of take it or leave it. Like it gave me a little bit of extra things, but it it sort of stopped us for a moment to do this thing that most of the choices I didn't like. I didn't care enough about it for how much it sort of stopped me and made me think about it. Um, but again, that could just be my own preference. But anyways, I do enjoy many aspects about the game. Hopefully, it didn't sound too negative the way I was giving feedback, because I think there's a lot of interesting and cool stuff in here. And again, I think the story and the look is definitely very um, is really awesome. So yeah, pass it off to Evan, I guess.
Yeah,
Uh,
thank you.
Yeah.
yeah, was this your first play session?
I no, I played this
Oh, okay.
before, but it was a different.
Okay.
There was some different things.
Okay. I was like, I thought you played it before.
I didn't play it both other times. I watched it
Okay.
once and then I played it once
Okay.
and then
Go easy on me, Evan.
what's that? I'm
Say,
ready. The worker placement stuff. I agree with Sasha, but I really want it to be relevant and cool because it looks really cool and like the premise of it I think is really cool. So I think just a touch like and I like how it looks on the board, like I'm like, oh yeah, I'm doing stuff on this board that's not just the battle area. So I really like that it's there, but I think there's something else, some kind of tweak on it that can be done that is that could make it just a touch slicker or more interesting or something. But I like the basic idea. The make it so cool that Sasha is not ambivalent about it. Uh,
yeah,
where he's like, "Oh, okay, that's cool."
the
Um,
the the idea that I have is currently that the tavern, the apothecary, and the forge also have a slot to go into,
okay,
so you can get a free character potion or item
okay,
in that same way,
yeah,
I could
and
see
that might
that.
help.
Yeah,
I'd
I
be
could see
interested in
that.
that.
The where am I? Worker placement. What was I going to say about the worker placement? Oh, as long as I'm on that, the order for moving your little workers is different than the order of the turns, and that was weird.
What do you mean?
Like when we take actions, it was like Sasha, me, you, kind of. And then when we were moving our little worker placement buddies, it was both of us together and then you. I don't know, it seemed different enough but not different. It didn't seem, I don't know. It like threw me off that it wasn't exactly the same,
Oh, okay. Yeah. I
the
mean,
order.
thematically, it could be you go in the same order and it does the same exact thing.
Right.
Yeah, so might as
I think
well.
so. Yeah. It seemed out of sync even though it really didn't need to be, I guess. I don't know. Who knows? Um, Statuses. I think I definitely hit you with this one last time. Too dang many statuses. Um, Lots of overlap. Without losing any abilities, you can cut it down from 10 to 7. Just
Okay.
going uh, flight, shield, skulk, advantage, disadvantage, can't use abilities, and immobilized. And then you still have all of the abilities covered, and you're just cutting down the total brain load. And then the guy that frightens, instead of frighten, it says disadvantage and immobilize. right?
Yeah, yeah.
It just kind of
Sure.
goes whoop, and then my brain doesn't have to think as much, which it likes that. Um,
Less is more.
um, the fame re-rolling dice only for people that are already famous. To me, that was a restriction that just felt restrictive rather than interesting. But,
Okay.
um, yeah, time between turns was long. Um, I think some of that can be blamed on TTS. I don't know how snappy the in person feels because I waved at you and said hi, but didn't actually stand and play. but but if it's not significantly snappier, um, three actions might just be too many. Might need to be two. I don't know. There's a lot of downtime. Um, but if it is much snappier in person, then it's probably totally fine because the percentage of people that are going to be playing it on TTS is going to be pretty low compared to on the table. So, um, co-op was interesting. Um, there is a concern for quarterbacking, but not as much as your average co-op. I think it just didn't. It doesn't seem to like really foster that
Mhm.
kind of thing overly much. Still present, but as far as co-ops go, less quarterbacky. Um, backpack. What goes in that when there's no potions?
So when there's no potions or items, then it's more of a overflow for like gold or for like spells. If you just like, it's kind of just an extension to put more things.
What do you
Like you
mean
could put
overflow for gold?
like if your rogue was here, and I don't have a clear, concise answer for you.
Okay.
I'm just shooting off ideas.
Oh, okay.
Um, the backpack is kind of there because it works well with the potions and the gear, but not necessarily in the base game itself.
Right.
But it's just easier to include it. You could
Right.
just have like you could put more stuff in it. If you're in the crypt, you could put this in it. If you have an idea, I'd love to hear it.
Yeah.
I was just thinking about that the other day. Like,
Yeah, it's weird. It's weird that it doesn't do anything unless you're playing with the expansion. Um, if it can hold, gold, that's very game changing. I don't know if that's good or, or bad. I don't know. Um, Adventurers pack, maybe it could hold one extra thing, whether it's because you can only have one spell at a time, right?
no, you could have as many as you wanted.
Oh, you can have as many as you want. Okay.
Yeah,
And
you
you
just
just
have
stack
it's
them up.
yeah, you just stack them up.
Okay. Because I was kind of wondering, is like, what if the backpack, the adventurers pack lets you hold one extra something, but that only makes sense if you can only have one spell, that kind of thing. And then in the expansion, you go, actually, you can stack these things in there. But I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, no, that's no.
But what I did like about the backpack was that when you stack potions in there, you can only activate the top one. I think it ended up being a little bit min-maxy and kind of annoying to manage, but I like the promise of it. Like, I like the idea that only the top one activates at a time. So there might need to be, you know, some some more thought about that order, and like maybe you can't just blow through them all. Maybe you can only do two or three, or I'm not sure. Um, but if it makes you think more about the order and which potions you want to put in there, I think that would be good. Because as it was, Sasha kind of was just like, okay, I'll just blow through them all to make sure I do them all. And then I think it kind of took away what I think could be interesting, where you can only use the top one at a time. I think there's something interesting in that, but I think the ability to just blow through all of them kind of takes away that possibility. But I'm not sure. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Let's see. I don't know how much of this is TTS or not, but it feels like every time you target and every time you hit an enemy, they drop a coin. Got to be pretty finicky, upkeepy, where like just constantly like putting a thing down and picking a thing up and put a thing down, picking it up. Um, but probably not nearly as annoying if you don't have to drag things around on a table on a computer.
Yeah, it's pretty quick in real life.
Yeah,
Plus, I would say like 70% of the time, you're actually just giving the coin to somebody else. You don't have to put it down at all because they just immediately pick it up.
right. Yeah. Um, I didn't really see stealing or disarming coming into play with the items very much. Was stealing just like one character's ability or something?
Yeah, you guys don't have any pirates out,
Oh, okay, okay,
and the disarming, you just didn't disarm. No one disarmed anybody that had a weapon.
okay, okay. Because I was like excited about the possibility of doing that, and then it never really. And I was like, oh, okay. Enemies. It seems like, and maybe I'm missing something, but it seems like the game is harder at lower player counts because no, like I see what you did with one enemy per player and stuff, but then plus three extra actions on top of that. So if you divide by total player count, those three extra actions go along further in a two-player count than they do in a five-player count. You know what I mean?
I, yeah, I hear what you're saying. The health scaling definitely fixes most of that.
Does it? Okay.
When everything that comes out it starts at 12 with 7 players,
Crazy.
it's a lot better if you can swing for 10.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Um, the
The
other
game is definitely hardest at 3 people though.
at
I will say
three.
that.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, or yeah, like the way we just played it is
Yeah.
probably the hardest
Oh,
version.
this okay,
You
okay.
you could have made it a lot harder for me. Like I said, if you were
Yeah,
orange and he was blue.
yeah. Right. Um, the other thing, if I was orange and he was blue,
Opposite sides.
Like if we
oh,
were
just
across, I would have to split up to like do more.
I see.
Like the dragon is good at hitting big groups of people.
I see. So you might want to like force that issue a little bit at player counts. Like
Well, you can sit wherever you want, but if you spread out, it's harder for me to hit you all at the same time
right. I just
because
mean
I
that
have to.
I just mean that would be a thing to like call out, I think, in the rule book and be like, if this is your first game, this
Oh
player
yeah,
count, you should be sitting here,
yeah.
or
There's
do whatever
already
you
a
want
first
once you know
person.
how it plays. But
Yeah, I can just add that to that section.
I mean, it seems like, I don't know, who knows? Maybe people can figure it out. And then there's the same number of like gold and stuff around the starting position regardless of player count, or
There's always 6.
there's always six? Because that seems to make that kind of skew also. Because you got to just like power up, around. But I don't know. Yeah. Anyway, um, dice mitigation. I feel similarly to Sasha, but I'm a heavy Euro gamer, so I don't want the ability to re-roll a thing that I'm gonna miss again. I I want to just improve that
Yep, one the
rather
plus
than
one.
mess it again. But I think for this type of game, I think that's actually probably going to end up being fine for your player base. I don't think they're going to mind that as much as heavy Euro gamers will mind that. That's my sense of it. That being said, Rolling Bones is freaking awesome, and I definitely think if that is not a part of your marketing, that it should be. Like that's when I look at this board, I'm like, oh, that's a cool board. I wonder what those little locations are. Oh, good, I get some equipment and stuff. Yeah, it's a battler. Okay, right. There's a lot of battlers. How
Yep.
many of them have bone dice?
Yeah, zero.
This one,
Yeah.
this one has bone dice. So I
Mhm.
I would add that I would add that in to whatever materials you have. Just make it obvious that like, oh, you get to roll bones, man. That's sick. I think it's rad. I think other people
Thanks.
will think it's rad too. I also really like that your first one is like better than your additional ones. I that just feels cool. That you're always going to at least hit for one or whatever. I don't know.
Mhm.
I like that.
Better bone.
The better bone, bone better. Items mostly felt bad. Like most of the time. Like I don't know how many times I flushed that row, but I think it was at least three.
Okay, so you're just saying better items as
Yeah,
that
mostly I
statement.
was like, nope, don't want that. Nope,
Yeah,
don't want
that's
that.
good because I have a whole list that I just didn't have time to put in here this
Yeah,
morning.
yeah.
So that's good.
Basically, I wanted weapons and movement stuff of everything that was presented to me. Those were the only things I cared about. The like skulk thing, I'm like, I don't want to spend 2 gold to get an item to spend an action to skulk.
Mhm.
It's just like it's too much investment. I'm like, I know, no, I'm not gonna do that. It's stupid. Same thing with that shield ability. Spend 3 gold to pick up a shield. To subtract one off every hit when you're hitting me for four at a time. It doesn't seem like it doesn't feel like a good investment of time and energy. Now, is that mathematically true? I don't know, but it didn't seem good. It didn't make me want it. Um, and then the treasure chest also same thing. I'm like I'm already pissed off that I can't drop these coins. Like, don't give me an item that takes up a slot that gives me more coins to take up more slots. Yeah.
You're talking about oh the item that is the chest. Yeah,
Yeah.
I see what you're
I was
saying.
like, oh great, I need to fill up even more slots with coins. Awesome. When what I really wanted was items that did cool stuff. And I couldn't get rid of these dang coins. Get off me, man. Um,
Yeah,
yeah.
that definitely was a sticking point in the beginning. Did you change your mind on why it was balanced, or did you still just want to be able to drop them and pick something else up?
Yep. Second one.
Okay.
I get why you said what you said about it, where you're like, well, if it drops, then you could just pick it back up again and stuff. But I would fix that rather than not let me drop coins. Now, I know that might alter the whole base of what you're doing because your whole you it seems important to you that when you drop a coin it refreshes. I'm not seeing how it's important, but when you said it, it sounded like it was important.
Okay. Sure.
Like it seems like it feels like it's important, but I didn't get why. Um, I'm totally okay letting like exhausted coins drop to the ground exhausted, and then when I pick it up, I can use it next turn because then it will refresh.
Mm-hmm.
It would also speed up turns a little bit, which I also am not upset about. Because if I can just gobble up all the coins that get dropped and refreshed and then do more stuff, that just kind of bogs it down further, which sometimes is cool in a game where you can combo, do. But when you're waiting for a really long time between turns, I don't like that as much. So I would actually almost even probably prefer if the coins that drop like start unusable, just even if they haven't been used yet.
Wait for the refresh.
Yeah, just to get things moving. Personally,
I'll think about that one.
but I might be missing like a huge reason why that's not awesome. I don't know.
I'll probably try it and then either agree or disagree as to why I did it in the first place.
Yeah, totally. The fact that you can heal past your starting like health is different than I would expect, having played, you know, thousands and thousands and thousands of games in my lifetime. That's just not normal.
Mhm.
Which that's not bad. It's just something that you're going to have to specifically call out, or when a player who knows what they're doing does it to defeat a player who doesn't know what they're doing. That's going to be a moment where the player who just isn't familiar with the system that's different is going to be like, oh, that's a thing you can. Oh, okay. Well, I wish I'd have known that
Yeah.
because it's different, right? And then you plan
Yeah.
accordingly, and you don't necessarily ask because why would you? Because you don't know that it's different than the typical way. So it either needs to not happen or be very, very explicitly called out as not a maximum, but just where it starts.
Yep.
Because then that makes the heal characters even a little bit better than I thought. For so you don't have to wait for damage to happen to heal. Yeah. Oh yeah, I felt like the coins took up too much room. I wanted to drop those suckers like they were hot. Um, Too much to track visually. I think it might be a little bit easier in person, just because like field of view and stuff, in person is better than on TTS. And
Yep.
eyeball acuity with or without glasses tends to be better than digital acuity. Um, so I might have read your cards to see what they did in person, whereas
Okay.
I
Yeah.
mostly didn't, except for only the one that I interacted with the most was the one that I read. So then when your dragon came up and did a crazy thing, I was like, oh, that's a thing? Oh, okay. I guess that sucks. Should have planned ahead for that. Um,
That's hard the first time.
but that those first time moments are definitely like a little tough. But I think in person it's not quite as bad because I'm a little bit more likely to be able to like see everything. Um, and we also played with 2 expansions, so if you take those away, am I more able to think about what your characters do? Probably.
Yeah.
So yeah. Um, let's see. We talked about that. We talked about that. We talked about that. Did I talk about everything? I think so. Sasha, what else came up for you while I was talking?
Nothing really big. A lot of like, yeah, I agree with that. But I just when you were talking about like time between turns and stuff, I was the way that we played it is the shortest amount of time between turns because we only have 2 players.
Well, you can play 2 players, one person versus the monster, or you can play one
Oh, got it,
player
got
just
it. So
against the
not
AI.
quite the shortest, but yeah, just to sort of reiterate, like I can only imagine playing this on TTS with like 5 or 6 players, um, or 7. And yeah, just little things to reduce time between turns. Just like that coin thing of I initially
yeah.
was thinking that there would be like a temporary thing, and that could be something that the backpack could be used for. Is like you put the coins in the backpack, and then when they recharge, you place them onto the characters. So like anything that you're gaining at that turn, it goes in the backpack, and then you like place it out. Or maybe that's thematically the backpack is not the right thing, but you could potentially use it in that way. But that was my only thing that I wrote down.
Yeah, I don't know how, if you've played the max player count, like I don't know how much of a slog it becomes. What's your experience
Uh,
with that?
we played a 7-player game with 6 new people at a game store, and I think it probably took us about an hour 45.
Oh,
All
that's
right.
very fast.
In tabletop, it's
Yeah.
really, it's not just that it takes longer in tabletop, it's just that like it's harder to communicate
Yeah.
in tabletop cooperatively, which is
Yeah.
really helpful in this game.
Yeah.
You can look someone in the face and like point at stuff in
Right.
person and not tell the other person,
Yeah.
and it goes a lot quicker.
Totally. Well, if it
You
does,
guys also took a long time to just realize you just had to kill the dragon. I
Right.
think that if you'd switched gears a little earlier, it would have ended a round or 2 earlier. And I also didn't try the first 2 rounds, so I gave you a little bit of a break.
if if you do end up, in a situation where those higher player counts are getting crazy, you can think about, having the right most, where like maybe everybody only has, a leader and a follower or whatever, and the right most slot is a,
Mm-hmm.
4+ player thing or whatever. Oh man, I'm bad at drawing, but um, you can find ways to kind of mitigate, like two
I see what you
actions,
mean.
two characters,
Yeah.
2 actions, or whatever. But if you're consistently playing in an hour and 45 with 7 players, then probably
Yeah.
not a problem.
It's
Probably
a
not a problem.
mirage.
Yeah. Cool. What else? Anything we didn't talk about that you wanted to?
What were your biggest takeaways from this playtest?
I would say that my biggest worry would be that, just because it's always been like that doesn't mean that it has to, especially, even if it's this far along, if it's not a complete component shift and instead
Right.
a rules tweak. Like I think I've written down like possibly 12 things, 6 of which I can resolve in about an hour, and then the other 6, require a little bit more thought, but none of which I have to actually buy or change any components for, which
Right.
is great. And then mechanically, I think that you guys brought up a lot of good points that I think either make the game cheaper to produce or to reduce just overall reduce time per round, which is good. And the feedback you had about the items was great. I expected you to say different things, so
Oh, what did you
happy
expect
that
me to say?
I expected you to say it was a lot more complicated than it had to be.
Oh, with like the chests and the number and the.
Yeah, but you didn't mention it.
I mean, it's not the slickest system, but it's not anywhere close to the most clunky. I've seen some pretty.
Thank you.
I mean, like,
In like produced
yeah,
games you're talking about, yeah.
yeah. I've seen
Not like
some
playtesting games.
I've seen some really clunky systems for doing what you have done here in a much slicker way. Like, it's a little twonkadoo, but not like, yeah, it's totally fine. Like the complexity of having the number go in the thing with the thing behind, like, it's fine. It didn't bother me.
Okay. Yeah. And my other biggest I guess the question I didn't ask you guys, you kind of mentioned this, Evan, earlier, but Sasha, if you had to pick something besides just the general story and ease of like, I'm doing this because of this and this makes sense. What was like the part you liked about the game the most that was different than other ones? Mechanically or component wise?
Hmm. I have to think about that. I think uh wait, what was that last bit that you said?
Mechanically or component wise, what was
Mechanically
unique
or
to this
component
game?
wise.
Yeah.
I mean, I would reiterate the bones are a sweet component. Mechanically, I think having a sort of squad, I think is cool. That is something that I feel like a lot of times in these games you have a character
Yeah.
that you're using, and having a squad is interesting and feels like a unique element to this that I enjoy. Um, and then like just on top of that, the fact that you can like if you lose some of your squad, you can just re-squad up and you're fine.
Yeah,
Um,
that was a sticking point, I think, in a couple other playthroughs, because it just felt like a lot to get somebody back in.
Yeah.
Did you still feel that way, or did you feel like that was pretty simple?
the,
You just paid a
I
coin.
I feel like it like Evan was able to leverage it in a very strong way in that last turn. I felt like for me, uh, I was like maybe a little bit too far away. Slash, I really didn't want to. I wanted. I thought that there was a possibility that we could get through your turn cycle without losing a character, and so I didn't want to risk. Like my character that I had on the board had 6 health. Any character that I brought on had less than 6 health. I didn't want to like risk having an easy target. And so I think that specific turn, I felt that, but in general, I feel like it's not hard to squat up.
I felt two things about it. One, I felt very salty when you killed my guy. Like in that first round, I was like, oh, all right, well, he's dead. I just loaded him up with cool stuff and you just knocked him out. Whatever, it's fine.
Mm.
I lost all my, like, I invested a lot of stuff into all those goodies and I just lost it all, right? Like, I should have just swung on the dang dragon with that. You know, that like big 10 swing or whatever. That should have just been on the dragon. Because then when you killed my guy and I lost all my goodies, like it was a whole lot of investment for one big swing, which was cool. But that should have been on the dragon. Um, but then when I lost the guy, I was like, oh man, all that investment, that guy's dead. So I felt a little salty about that, and I didn't really love it. But then I was like, oh, I can just bring a stupid guy back. He's not as powerful, but I can just bring a guy back. It doesn't really matter. And then I felt bad that I didn't really care. Like I felt bad that I lost the guy. Like I cared a lot about that first one. And then I didn't care because of how easy it is to bring another guy back. And I felt bad for the first guy.
Just a coin
Yeah.
tape. It's just a coin.
Yeah, I was like, oh, dude,
Not even an
you're
action.
just replaceable, my friend. So I think your new players will probably go through that arc, where they'll be like super bummed when a guy dies, and then they'll be like, oh, let's use a coin, and then I'm back in the game. Um,
Yeah, I
um,
mean, somebody's got to die.
yeah, and so
It's
so I so I ended up thinking it probably is in a fine spot. That kind of emotion swing is probably okay. The only real danger is like, what if you can't get to a coin? And then I guess you just die and then you reset if you want to. So that's okay to lose too. But yeah, I think
you're
it's in an okay spot as far as like character respawn. I know in the past character spawning had been not quite as where it's at now. I think it's in a better place now.
yeah. It was I think that you definitely put a lot of eggs in one basket, and then I killed your basket.
Yes.
I think if you'd spread it out, it would have felt less bad and it would have been
Yeah.
harder for me to do.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Uh, But
It was
that's
a
what you
pretty sweet
did. So
basket, though.
It was a sweet
it
basket.
was. Yep, that was a record for bones rolled at once for sure.
Uh, okay, cool.
Thanks.
Anything else, guys?
No, that was good. Thank
Cool.
you.
Awesome. Let's get the heck out of here after we say our goodnights. Sasha, who are you? How can people support what you're working on?
Again, my name is Sasha Chilton. I have a game coming out this year with SBG editions called Card Sharks. Gonna start off strong with by 37 copies.
That's a healthy number.
They're cheap. They're small. It's a small game.
Yeah.
It's a stocking stuffer. So you can go ahead and get a bunch of copies for Christmas and pass them out to all your friends. And I think the link that I have given you is to my TikTok. I can't remember if that's the case, but I think that's the case. I
don't
will
remember now.
post updates on the sort of publishing process of getting Card Sharks signed and that whole process and what it was like and each of the steps and sharing my sort of experience through that. So if that's something that you're interested in, go ahead and follow me. And yeah, I just post general game design stuff there. So
Nice. Thanks for joining us, Sasha.
yeah.
I am Evan Halbert. You can go by After the Empire at your local game store if they stock cool games like that, or on the Gray Fox website. And then I'll have some other games coming out soon. I think the next one will be Emily's Bah Humbug, but yeah, I suspect because that's supposed to come before Christmas. Brian, how can people find and support you and Fame and Fortune and Amber Leaf Games?
Yeah, you can check out Emberleaf Games at emberleafgames.com. You can find Fame and Fortune on Kickstarter at Fame and Fortune with an ampersand symbol. And we launch on the 27th. So it's like 2 weeks from now. I have a lot of work to do, but I've had a
Yeah.
lot of work to do for months now. So it
Right.
really doesn't feel any different. You can start off with just buying one copy and we'll go from there. The tiers are cool. There's going to be a base tier. Then there's a second tier where you can have one expansion or the other, or there's a third tier where you can do the whole thing. So I think it's really cool. There's some cool cards that you can tilt to change pictures on them. The Witch has like a hag version where you can like tilt the card and see the other side.
Oh,
It's
like
really
a
cool.
Ridgy, like
Yeah, it's
thing? Yeah,
like semi-hollow. It's pretty cool.
that's cool.
Yeah, so just hop on there, give it a look, watch the video, give it a shot. I appreciate it. I've had a lot of fun making this game so far this year, and I'm really excited to push it over the finish line and be able to breathe. Hopefully.
Heck yeah.
Awesome.
Well, awesome. Thanks for bringing it back on. I think it'll be useful for the however many folks actually like have seen the progress of it going, and just like the process of turning a game into a product and like honing it in and iterating and like I think it'll be really useful for the folks that are able to sit down and watch them and see it progress. And I'm excited to see you at another convention because I actually do want to sit down and play this in person. Because I think TTS is a barrier on this one, and I think I'm really going to enjoy it a lot on in person.
Yeah. At worst case, I'll ship you a copy. You can play with your friends there, and Sasha, you can play with your group.
Yes.
No, you don't
Yeah.
ship me a copy.
Ro-
I would buy a copy.
Evan can't wait to roll those bones.
I do. I think yes. I'm super excited to roll the bones.
Roll them bones. I like that tagline.
Yeah.
Yeah. The feedback I got at Gen Con was they hated the ooze monster so much they wanted to buy the game so they could throw it in the trash.
They hated that it was monsters.
They hated the ooze monster so much
Oh,
that
the
they
ooze
wanted
monster.
to buy the game just to throw it in the trash.
Hey,
Oh,
that's
Yeah.
a selling point.
yeah.
I was like, buy it. then,
Yeah,
So you
do
can
it.
so you can
Do it.
The
That's
ooze is
awesome.
actually the hidden threat, not the dragon. You just didn't get to see it.
Oh.
Cool, man. Yeah.
Yeah.
Next time I see it at a convention, I definitely want to sit down and play this. Because yeah, I do
sure.
think TTS on a game like this is just like puts too much interface between, and when you can actually like see each other and like look in each other's eyes when you roll the bones, and
Mhm.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm
for
I'm
sure.
excited. I'm excited to play this in person.
Me
Cool
too.
guys.
Thanks.
Uh, we're gonna sign off. Let's see if there's anybody in the chat. Nope, they all left us. Okay, we are out of here.